You are watching and listening to Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV on YouTube and your favourite podcasts.
Right, Chris.
All right. Hey, let me make myself big. I need the... it's going wrong today. Let me try and get this right. It's my first week back. Bear with me, everybody. Tell you what, let's get rid of that and we'll do that. There we go. We'll do it like that for now. I just need to actually, I realise I haven't invited Kate in. So let me just invite Kate. I forgot to send her a invite. How are we doing? It's been a while since I've done this. So I've been away for, as you know, 5 weeks. So it could anything could happen in the next 90 minutes. Just looking at the match here, and Tottenham are leading West Ham United 4-1. What did I go for in the prediction? Oh, I went 2-1. Bloody hell. But never mind. I have got to say to you, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good night, good day, goodbye, hello, wherever you are in the world. One of those will apply to you. This is LTID TV from Leicester Till I Die. Thank you for joining us live on YouTube. If that is how you're watching, do please join in with the chat. But it is, of course, a watch-along, so no spoilers, please. And if you're watching on catch-up, add your comments below to how you thought Leicester had played. And if you are listening to us via YouTube podcast, I still don't quite know how that works, but thank you very much for lending us your ears. Remember, you can follow us on all the main socials. Just search LTID TV, and we'll be joined by Brad soon as well. If you want to become a member, it's $1.99. You can't even get half a pint for that, but I've just had to pay out for EveMux and StreamYard and Canva. It's about 500 quid all in all, and for somebody who's retired, it's a hell of a lot of money. So please, if you are feeling generous, you can become a member. The link is below in the description. It's very, very easy to join. Just click that, $1.99 a month, and it really, really, really does help the channel. This is the Watch Along. Thank you very much for joining us.
This is the Leicester Till I Die Watch Along show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
I will love it if we beat them. Love it.
Indeed. Well, let's have a look what people are saying, shall we? Lynn Heel is in. Hi, Lynn. How you doing? Good luck to LCFC for the win. LCFC are the best. I guess you're a big LCFC fan. Wayne is in. Wayne, of course, will be joining us for the post-match reaction at about 5 to 5, depending, obviously, how much stoppage time there is. Is there an important event happening today at 3? Craig, must win today. Up the Foxes, enjoy your Thatchers, Chris. How did you know? You know me too well, but I am starting on the Cokes just to ease myself in. Always think of grabbing a bag of popcorn, Chris, with that intro. You go ahead, mate. You go ahead. Gray's in. Gray, how are you doing, mate? It's been ages. Afternoon, Chris. Hope you enjoy the land down under. And by the way, did you see Men at Work? Bumped into them regularly. Not the band, you understand, just basically Men at Work. Scott is in. Interesting to Southampton changing formation again. This will be a 0-0. They've only changed one person, though, I do believe. They've changed one. Let's just have a look. Make one change. Archer is in for the injured Stewart. But otherwise, the Saints stick with the same team that faced Arsenal. It looks like it's a back five. We'll look at their lineup in a second. Again, no Ricardo. No. We can see the team going across the bottom. We'll look at that in a bit more detail soon. Good afternoon. Hi, Phils. How the devil are you? Would you rather have Samare or McAteer? I think I'd like McAteer. Don't think he's let us down yet, has he? Steve, hi, Chris. How are we, good sir? We are very well, thank you very much. Just unfortunately, my stream is not working at the moment. My internet speed. It's all over at Spurs. Spurs 4, West Ham 1. West Ham got a player sent off towards the end. West Ham got rid of David Moyes. How are you feeling? And don't forget, you can join us and you will be able to chat away about that on Monday night, because we do have a new show coming up on Monday. He says desperately trying to find the artwork, but not sure where he's put it. Have you ever had the feeling? There we go. It's going to be one of those shows. But yes, and don't forget, by the way, if you want to catch up on any of our shows, LTID TV. Dino's in. Hi, Dino. Gray. Chris, your screen has shrunk. Yes, it has. It has indeed. I set it out like that. That's just bonkers money. I don't know what you're saying there, mate. Oh, yeah, for StreamYard and all the things. Yes, yeah. So StreamYard prices going up. StreamYard ain't easy. It's easier than EveMux. I've tried EveMux. Oh, there's Michael McIntyre. See West Ham or Spurs? I'm not sure. I'm nursing cracked ribs at the moment. What have you been up to? Been in a fight? Everybody make sure to smash the likes button and subscribe. Thank you very much, Scott. Thank you very much indeed. Helen is in. Hi, Helen. How you doing? Let's go, Foxes, she said. I'm going to get going. Hope it's a Leicester win. I think this will just be a cagey 0-0, looking at the team Southampton to put out. Thanks for popping in, Scott. You are always welcome, sir, and I will see you soon. And he says later, Scott. I'm just going to redo my login here, because I have got the little circle of death. Let me just update everything and see if that helps at all. So yeah, I just want to say, really, check these out. It's still on LTID TV. It's under the pick, which is all our latest shows, and that's the match preview. And we did that with Matt Letitia. What a lovely, lovely chap. He is. He did the preview show with me Thursday at 7. We talk about Leicester, we talk about Southampton, and we also talk a little bit about his career at the end on that. The Watchalong obviously is happening now, and the Premier League review show, the weekend review, will be happening on Monday, when I shall be joined, as a will post-match today, because Jim can't make it, by Tom. So catch up with all those great shows, shows. Right, so let me just see what I can do with this, because this is really, really annoying me. I may be gone for a moment. No, it's not. Why is it not? Why is it not saving? That is the question I want to know. Camera slot 1. To media slot. So we can put that back down there. There we go. Now you see it works. How is that? So let's have a look. First of all, let's have a look at the Southampton team. Ramsdale in goal. I think he's a good signing for Southampton. And of course, we always remember those games he had for Arsenal against us. Amazing saves he was making there. If it is the back five, well, I don't know the team very well, but you got Sugawara, Harwood Bellis, Bedenick, Walker Peters. You got Manning Downs, Aribo, Dibbling, Fernandes, and Archer. So it says here Arsenal, as Archer is in for the injured Stewart, but otherwise the Saints stick with the same team that faced Arsenal, and it looks like it's a back five. Now then, if you are wondering about why we're not, why Enzo isn't playing out for the back, look at Southampton, because Southampton are playing the way they played last season, which played out from the back, and they've not won a game yet. So they are struggling. And yeah, it's fair to say that Matt Letizia wasn't particularly enamoured with the way they were playing. And I think had Enzo still been in charge, I don't think we would have been as well off as we are now, if I'm honest with you. I really, really don't. You might disagree with me. Let me know. Let me know in the chat. But we're going to have a look at the Leicester team now. So we got we're playing the usual 4-2-3-1. There's no surprise there. Kate, if you remember, picked the team. She didn't go for this one at all. She actually, if you remember when we spoke on the Tuesday, she actually had Ayew in the team. Much to my disgust. But he only makes the bench today. So we're starting with Hermansen in goal. Back four of Justin, Faz, Okoli and Christensen across the back. Ndidi and Skip are the two in the front. So still no Winks. Winks has been left out now for the second game, which, again, in fairness to Kate, she thought might happen. She's not a big Ndidi fan. Indeed, she's not a big Ndidi fan, if you've been watching. But there's been a lot of good things said about his role this season so far. And he makes it into the team along with Skip, who I think has been a fantastic signing. I really do. Buenete and El Canous and Mavididi. So Brunette and El Canous. So two attacking midfielders in there. Brunetti, of course, we know has just been absolutely amazing. I mean, I don't think we could have. Well, it's a shame we couldn't buy him. Let's be honest with you. We'd have all loved to have bought him, wouldn't we? But it's not to be. Brunetti, it says here, has been set a challenge as Cooper drops in. He only arrived back in Leicester on Thursday, and that was after a long-haul flight, so it'll be a quick turnaround for Brunetti to get himself fully prepared for today's game. But Cooper, it says here, has suggested he will indeed give the teenager a start, having challenged him to show he can be a top-level player that can cope with being a star in the Premier League. For a South American nation. We already think Cooper. I think we already know he's a star in the Premier League. He did it for Brighton 50 times last season. So we shouldn't, we shouldn't be surprised. But there we go. There we go. What are your thoughts on El Canous and Buenete starting together? Let's catch up with a couple of the couple more of the chats. Gray talking about his cracked ribs. Now fell over too drunk. Only got yourself to blame then. But normally when you're too drunk and you fall over, you bounce. Maybe not. Yeah, Matt was another quality player that didn't play enough for England. Totally. And I did ask him whether he felt that he would have played more for England had he been playing for a Man United or a Liverpool or Everton at that time. And basically he said yes, you know. Ant is in. Hi, Ant. How are you doing? So nice to have you back. Great afternoon is all saying hello to each other. Dino, come on, you foxes. By the way, Chris, Brad, yeah, he did. Different style to me, but he did a top job. If Enzo's in charge, I reckon we'll have 3 wins, but no way to prove it. Disagree with you, mate. Disagree with you. Although having said that, the draws may have been wins. I just think we probably would have lost more against Arsenal and more against Spurs. Indeed, he is too lax recently, quite possibly. Not against it, but Fatawu and Resist is in as well. Look, I don't know what Fatawu's got to do to convince Cooper. What it will be, who knows? I know when he has played, Kate, who goes to the matches, hasn't been impressed. Kate's there today. She's not going to be joining us pre-match. She's blonde. She got to the stadium and realised that she'd left her earpods in the car. I don't know. Enzo's still in charge. Change limitations against Gooners. Let's have a look. I need to make that larger. If Enzo is still in charge, damage limitations against Gooners it would have been. And Wayne says, I'm glad Enzo went. His parting gift of a Vestergaard 3-year deal was nice of him. Well, we got a Danny Ward on a 4-year contract off the Scottish, the Northern Irish guy, Rogers, didn't we? You know, Jamie's in. How you doing, Jamie? Nice to see you. And talking of which, we didn't mention we got Jamie Vardy up front. Which, in fairness, who else could we have? That's the question. Edouard, shit. Ayew, shit. Yes, he scored a great goal. When he's being played as a striker, he scored a great goal. He's not a winger, Steve Cooper. Square pegs, square holes. That's all I'm saying. It's simple football planning. You put your best players into their best positions. Something Cooper hasn't quite worked out yet. Something I do take him to task for. Be interesting to see whether it's Bonetti or El Goose on the right wing today, because again, I don't know if either of those are wingers. We shall find out. Tom is in. Hi, Tom. He'll be joining us in the post-match as well. Hey, guys. Sadly, my prediction of Tottenham 4 West Ham was bang on the money. Was it? Did you go 4-1? Mind you, you're not in the league, are you? There we go. Did you go for 10 men West Ham as well? Good day, Chris. Hi, Chris. How you doing? Hope you had a good time down under. I had the best fucking time going, mate. Lived out there for a few years. Today's prediction going for a 2-1 win. Get your score predictions in, guys. Get your score predictions in. I've gone 2-0 Leicester. Hand-me-downs are always a risk. They are. And I don't think, I'm not been impressed. I wouldn't bow. I know he's gone for experience, but it's funny that one of the most experienced players we've got, Ricardo, when it comes to the Premier League, hasn't had a start yet in the Premier League. And Winks, who's also experienced, isn't making a start either. Do you think, though, with Winks, do you think that he's not Premier League quality? Because I'll tell you, a lot of Southampton fans said that he was not Premier League quality. And that's why when they weren't sorry to see him go. Tore it up last year. Has he done anything wrong this season? I've not been to any of the matches. And look, I've not watched a match for five weeks with the international breaks. So I don't know whether he played. I can't remember whether he played well or not. Ray's gone 3-1. Matthew's gone 3-1. Tony Smith enjoyed the Matt Letizia video. Thank you very much, Tony. Appreciate that. Ant's got a 99-0 Vestergaard hat-trick. He's not even on the subs bench, Ant. Stop drinking. I'm intrigued by Brunette on the right, suggesting me he's going to come inside more and JJ might be overlapping. Look, it worked for him the other week, didn't it, against Bournemouth, so who am I to say that he's not a right winger? Gray, Wink's not Prem quality. Well, a lot of Southampton fans said it, in fairness. Winks is definite EPL quality, in my opinion. Talk about football being a game of opinions. You've got two there. Gray, both sent at the same time. Gray, not Prem quality. Matthew, he is Prem quality. I still like him to see him start. Again, he's got that experience, is what I'm saying. Dino's gone 2-1 Foxes. And I think he is class, but doesn't suit Cooper's park the bus system. 1 second. I'm going to have to re-invite Bradders in. He can't scroll up on his laptop. It's too much porn he's been watching. That's what it is. Ray's in. Hi, Ray. How you doing? Only an idiot would not like Enzo. Why? You see, that's what I don't like about some fans. You're getting personal. Why would only an idiot not like Enzo? I could turn around and say only a wanker would like Enzo. Is that fair, Ray? It's about opinions. Yes, he got us promoted. Peter Taylor went unbeaten for a long, long time as England under-21 manager. Yeah, he was a great manager, so he should have done well. You can't not like Peter Taylor, can you? Ray, check yourself out, mate, please, and change your attitude if you want to stay in. Jamie Vardy's gone 2-1 to us. Well, you better get a couple of goals then, Jamie. Chris Ted, I bet you know more about Aussie rules now. I hate they had the finals over there and what have you. It was absolutely rubbish. A girls' game, 0-1 to us. Top tier championship player, but he works in a sorting systems, unfortunately. Facundo inside forward. Wayne, I'll be bringing Brad in a second. Maybe Skip performances are better and shows Wink up a bit. I thought they worked well together. Skip is class as well. Yep. That Pornhub told Brad, indeed. I'm a wanker and I like Enzo. Yep. Well, if the cap fits, Ant, if the cap fits. But you would never say to anybody, you're an idiot for not liking him. I was just playing it back to Ray. Anyway, let me bring him in. He's here now. It may have taken him a while to get here, but he is freshly showered, I believe.
I most certainly am. That's what's keeping the hair looking dark, Chris. Yeah.
There we go.
Chris, you're a wanker, but not because you don't like Enzo. You're just a wanker, mate. I'll tell you how it is.
Well, that I won't disagree with. I mean, look, only an idiot would not like Enzo. Now, I didn't say I didn't like Enzo. I just said I didn't think his style of football would suit our players in this league because I don't think we've got good enough players. Unlike Chelsea, and whatever you say about Chelsea, their standard of play players are better than what we've got. And I just think that he plays the sort of style that Southampton are playing, and how's it doing them?
I don't know, mate. Let me just take these old spectacles off and look down the league table for Southampton. Let me do the old-fashioned Southampton 1. Oh, no, sorry. So I read that wrong. It's how many points they've got playing passing out the back.
Yes.
How many points have we got again, Chris?
6, I believe.
Yeah. Okay. So, by all means, play passing out the back. In fact, I implore Southampton to play that way today, especially with our front three.
Yes. Yeah, and the argument is, of course, that with that Chelsea squad, doesn't matter who you are, that you or me. We always said this about. Oh my links are going down here, so we may not be.
I mean, even Frank Lampard managed to have a good season. They've got that many players. If Frank Lampard's looking good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it is, and he plays out the back and makes 45 passes. If you've not been watching, I don't suppose you would have been, mate, but his style is exactly like Leicester's that last season. That's what we worked on. The only difference between Enzo and Martin Russell's is they're not aggressive with it. They're very passive. Pardon the pun, but that is actually what they are. That's the only difference between our style last season and Southampton's.
Yeah.
They were somehow slower than us with it, because that's what I will give us credit for.
Yes. And I would argue that that's how Matt Le Tissier describes Southampton's games, and I think he's probably watched more than Ant, but there we go.
Maybe just a smidge more, do you reckon?
Maybe just a smidge more. Probably knows a little bit more about football as well, in fairness.
I've got a funny feeling he might have even played for him just a couple of times.
Maybe. But then again, what do ex-footballers know about the game?
I know, right? It's like asking referees.
Look at Wayne Rooney. I mean,
oh yeah. It's only taken him 17 clubs to find a club that he can actually get wins with, isn't it?
It has. Talk to me about the team. I mean, I went mad because on Tuesday I did the show with Kate and she put Ayew in the team and I went absolutely bananas. But he's not in the starting lineup. Still no Ricky P.
Justice for Ricky P and justice for my boy Fatawu. But it's a strong lineup, Chris. Again, I will put it as I've always put it. If I was on that lineup instead of Vardy, I wouldn't mind so much, because at least then he's playing as a striker, which is what he is. It's when he's out on the left, right, and a number 10. I like the team, Chris. Let's face it, Buonette is probably one of our couple of standout players this season that are really doing things well in the right areas, with Mavididi obviously being the other one I'd probably mention that. And Kanouse is our full-time signing, mate. He signed a 3-4 year deal here, so he's a permanent player. So we have to get him in the squad and give him game time to settle in. I've seen glimpses of what he's able to do, so I'm all for it. And personally, Winks, I saw the comments just as I was sat in the green room. I'm actually can't believe I'm saying this, Chris. You can clip it, quote it, look at the time now, and make a note of it. I'm actually happy Winks is not on the team and Skip is starting.
Wow, I might just clip that because you were very anti-Skip when we signed him.
I still am, because I don't think he's worth the money we're paying for him. However, the performance against Bournemouth, them two paired up, played very well together. And I am glad to see the back of 3 CDMs. I really am, because when we had Skip, Winks and Ndidi, it felt like they got in the way of each other and no one could break out. At least there, we know what we're getting. You're going to get Ndidi get a bit more free license, and Skip's going to go, okie dokie, no problem, boss, I'll stay here. So I'm happy with the lineup. I'd love to see Ricardo and Fato here on a personal basis, and I'm sure a lot of you will, but I'm not going to besmirch a back line that's just gone and kept a clean sheet at home. No.
Carry on talking, because I'm just trying to get the watch-along set up.
I mean, I don't know if you've seen it, Chris. I think you've done something that you've not managed to do in a long time and got a point so far this week on the things of Tottenham.
Yes, talk to me. I mean, 4-1. Wow.
I mean, you were still a long way off, but 4-1. What a result for Tottenham, and that, Chris. I think we talked about it a bit last night when we was going through the predictions. It was last night, wasn't it?
It was last night, yes.
We was going through the predictions. That could land Lopetegui in trouble, couldn't it? That really could land. I mean, that could be the sacking. I mean, it's you can say, all right, lose a derby going at it, but it was chaotic, Chris. And I've been watching recently a lot of interviews on Ben Foster's podcast. He recently had Mark Albrighton on. He was talking about the Ranieri sacking, and he did admit that there was a few people that weren't just players, it was members of staff as well, that were starting to talk about he might need to go and that. And you feel like the way they gone about it today, because I'm assuming you wouldn't have seen it, Chris, with you doing the watch along. And Kudos absolutely lost his mind. He kicked him twice whilst he was on the ground, and then he pushed him in the face, which the debate that the commentators were having was back in my day that wouldn't have been a card. Again, they agreed with what each were saying, but in today's rules, you shove someone in the face, it's a card offence. And he got sent off.
VAR, didn't it? I mean, didn't the referee
Well, it did because he booked him for the incident where he kicked him, but he didn't get to, because there were so many coming together, so many players getting involved. He didn't see the stuff in his face, so it was went to VAR, and rightly due to the way the game's played now and the ruling of it, he was sent off. But
yeah,
that did look like a team that just didn't care. Once that second and third goal went in quick succession, they just looked like a team that was done, Chris.
Yeah.
So
and there is a couple of different styles of possession football. We just disagree, and that's all we're doing is disagreeing with you. Which it is about opinions,
Same same style. It's just the technique was different.
Yeah. So I mean, again, going back, I'm as set up as I think I'm going to be at the moment. I mean, we spoke about it the other day. The two centre backs, Faz and Okoli, they are forming a great partnership, aren't they?
You might as well start calling them Rio Ferdinand and Nemanja Vidic, mate. They look that good together. I really like the pair. I really like the pairing. I think they complement each other. And this is nothing against the likes of Vestergaard and Cody, because I think they still complement each other in a different way. But these two seem to be able to read what each other's doing. They're not second guessing whether they should press a little bit. Have I got my cover? Is Vestergaard back, or is he with me? They seem to have that understanding that they can free flow, and they trust their own pace and ability to to get back and defend the goal. So I'm happy with the with the pairing. I'm my opinions on Faisal. A lot of people don't seem to like him. I like him, and I'm always backing ready to score.
I'm not keen on him, but I can't argue.
Justice for Faze.
Sorry?
Justice for Faze. Leave my hair bad bunch member alone.
Let me finish. But I have to say, he is forming a great partnership with Okoli, and that is something that Cooper's got right. And look, Cooper, he's not going to suddenly find a lot of lovely pairings all get together straight away. And we all said, didn't we? Yeah, okay, Vestergaard got a 3-year extension, but he will have his uses, I'm sure, as the season goes on. But we all questioned Vestergaard's Premiership quality, didn't we?
We did, and that's not that. That's probably more to do with since the last time he was in the Premier League and playing regularly. He was also 3 years younger, wasn't he, as well, Chris? Because he didn't really play for a man who signed him and got questioned about him fitting into his formation and never actually found a way to fit him into his system. He spent a year basically not playing for us, or 2 years basically not playing for us. Then he had the year redemption under Enzo, where he's played with at the Championship. So we're talking 3 years since he's kicked the ball in a Premiership in a good spell. Obviously, he got injured because he started for us, didn't he? The first few games. Yeah. I think he'll get back into this team against certain oppositions when he wants to shore it up and be a bit more defensive minded. So I don't think he's suddenly going back to how it was under Brendan. I don't think that at all. But in today's sort of game, and maybe the next three out of the 4 next 3-4 games, including this one, Chris, this is going to be the partnership you're going to want. With your Foresters, your Ipswiches, your Southamptons, you're going to want to say, let's get at these and let's not allow these to press us in our own half.
Oh, I mean, LCFC just mentioned Fatawu. Kate, obviously, who goes to the matches, said she's not been impressed with Fatawu this season, and he is still young. I think I'd still be starting him. What about yourself?
It's difficult, Chris, because you want Mavididi and Fatawu were the two we all had eyes on to make that step up to the Championship and do something not too dissimilar to what they did last year. Now, Mavididi is a lot older than Fatawu. You'd probably say Mavadidi's in his prime years. He's 26, 27. So for the next 2 or 3 years, we probably got him at his prime. Fatawu's just turned 20, I think, maybe now.
1920, I believe.
1920. And maybe it's not a bad thing if he has an okay season, Chris, because it means Chelsea won't come and spend 60 million to buy him after one season. You know what I mean? But he needs time. He's got to settle in. He's got to develop. I mean, I do like the fact that he's getting frustrated with himself. And I know that sounds weird, but I do like the fact that he's kind of going, no, this isn't good enough. I need to be doing better. Maybe give him some Weetabix in the morning before a match day, because he's learning that strength difference between Championship and Premier League is a lot there. But again, Chris, players this season are going to blow hot and cold. He's going to get his chance. And all he can do when he comes off the bench is show Cooper what he's missing when he starts. Because right now, to be fair to Boyanete and Mavididi, who are your two wingers, Chris, he's not getting ahead of them. Boyanete's got great goal involvements for us this season. Obviously scored the winner against Bournemouth on top of that. Mavididi, who was out of the lineup for a bit because of Ayew, Chris, has come back with a vengeance and nailed that place down by the looks of things. So it's looking good, Chris. He's got to just be patient, keep working on the training ground, and I'm sure he will he'll get his chance to put things right.
Yeah. I'm still trying to find a link to the game here, but we are literally only a few minutes away from kickoff, so I will let you go. Thank you very much for having a bath before you joined us.
You're welcome, mate. Do you want to do me a favour because of how my laptop's being? I'll mute myself, but do you want to just kick me in the back room so I can just join in at half time? Because it's just been a pain in the arse. Because we still need to sort out our StreamYard again for it. So
yes,
I can just
we do. Yes, we do indeed. Yeah.
So,
I'm just seeing if there's another way I can find it. Oh, you gotta love Sky Sports, haven't you? Right, mate, I'll let you go and I will speak to you at half time.
Yeah. See you at half time, guys. Hopefully you're going to win.
Yeah, fingers crossed. There we go. So we'll keep Brad in the back room, and we will be back in a few minutes, hopefully. Fingers crossed that this is all going to work, guys. Like you say, it has been a year. Has been over a month. So fingers crossed we get ready for kickoff. So I am struggling at the moment, so I'm having to watch it in a bit of a different way. Let me just see if I can get this working, like we say, properly. Yeah, it's all going wrong today. First day back. Of course, it was going to go wrong. Why wouldn't it? Now then, we are on 229. Remember, guys, no spoilers. But Southampton are in possession as we speak. With Harwood Bellis. So let's just see what people are saying at the moment. No spoilers. Nate, how you doing, Nate? Nate, if you can send me a link, I would be extremely grateful, mate. Because at the moment, my link is showing every other game bar Leicester. So, Nate, if you've got a link, that would be very, very good. Thank you very much. So I can watch Newcastle Brighton, I can watch Ipswich Everton. But I cannot watch Southampton Leicester City. Typical. Yeah, no spoilers at all. I will keep you updated as things go on. Everybody's saying yes, hello to everybody else. Cheers, Nate. I don't know why this is not. It worked before, and Southampton had a shot, and it's gone off target. I'm just trying to see if there's another link I can get up myself. Christensen's on the ball at the moment. Kyle Walker-Peters, they're playing it around the back a bit at the moment, Southampton, and they lose it out to Skip. Yellow card straight away. We are literally 5 minutes into the game, and the first yellow card goes to Southampton. Could they get down to 10 men again? They usually like to see to do that, don't they? Cheers, buddy. Let's have a look if I can get this up then. You know, that one's not working, unfortunately, Nat. It's a bit annoying because it was working for me before I went to Australia, so I don't know. No, it's just clicking me onto loads of. So Southampton are a goal up. Archer has scored for Southampton. 1-0 to Southampton. Well, thank God I'm not watching it. 1-0 to Southampton already. Archer scores. Of course he did. Comes in and he scores. Another yellow card for Southampton. Well, that's a great start, isn't it? Great fucking start. 1-0 to Southampton. Now, it's not allowing me to load any of those up, so we're 1-0 down at the moment. What a start. And I did say if we cannot beat this lot, there is something wrong. Just trying some different channels. Sorry about this, guys, but my internet is not playing. Finally, guys, finally. I do believe I've got it up. So, let's see how we're doing then. 13 minutes gone, Southampton 1-0 up. Buenete did not play against Venezuela or Bolivia, so although he travelled, he didn't actually play. So Mavadidi is on the ball, going through, stopped very easily by the Southampton player there. Yeah, just saying there, Leicester very, very disjointed. Oh, well done there. Leicester played it well down that side, but then gave the ball away. I mean, what's the point of playing really well and then losing the ball away? Faz now from Skip. Gets it back, Skip. Kaylee in the back. Leicester starting to string 1 or 2 passes together now. Yeah, not been the best of international breaks for Ndidi or Buenetti. He travels all the way to Argentina, South America, doesn't get a game. Ball goes over the top there, but it is easily read by the Southampton defender and out for throw on the far side. 15 minutes gone. Vardy now. Brunetti trying to do too much. Cooper looking a bit apoplectic on the sidelines. So at the moment, Southampton are looking the better team. 64% possession to Southampton at the moment as they've come down this left-hand side. He gets the better of Christensen. Christensen puts him off enough, though, and it's a corner. No, it's a goal kick. The referee looked like he was pointing to the corner flag. Christensen doing well there, coming down the side. Oh, Leicester give it away again. I think Brunetti is trying to do too much here and prove too much to too many people. Southampton playing it around the centre of the park here. There's not too much trouble from Leicester, but it's a poor ball through and it's easily cleared up by Justin. Plays it to Okoli as he swaps places with Faz there. Justin goes back to his normal position. Okoli looking to see what he can do. At the moment, not an awful lot. Plays a 1-2 with Skip. Christensen on this near side. Plays it forward. Mavididi. Almost gave the ball away there. Now. To the Vardy! Oh. Brunetti did very, very well there, trying to get the ball through. Graham and Nate, any of the mods that are in, if you can look after the chat while I'm just doing the game, would be much appreciated. So that was better by Brunetti. He was holding the Southampton player off well, played it through well to Vardy, but he couldn't get his, well, he did get his shot away, but it hit a Southampton defender, so it's Leicester's first corner. Mavididi's going to take it. Into the box. Oh. Indeed, and Brunetti went into the near post there. Let's have a look at it again. And I think they kind of got each other confused a little bit. 19 minutes gone. And it's Southampton 1, Leicester City 0. If we lose this, I do feel that there's going to be a lot of calls for Cooper out. Would that be fair if we lose this? So we know Tottenham Hotspur beat West Ham 4-1 earlier on today. Fulham and Aston Villa are 1-1. Southampton 1, Leicester City 0. All the other games are 0-0 at the moment. It's going to be a free kick to Leicester. Brunetti here. They're having a little bit of trouble controlling Brunetti. He's causing them a lot of problems. And he's got the free kick here. Long free kick up into the box. What's it going to be? It's a goal kick. Vass has gone down, holding his nose. Anthony Taylor. I think, is it Anthony Taylor, the referee? He has to stop the game. Yeah. You got to say, when it's played slow like that, the ball went up, came off the defender Manning, and then hit Faze before it went out. You're right, Tony. It is early days yet. Leicester are certainly back in this game now, but they've got to sort of start to do something with it. Not play each other like they were doing there. There's another free kick to Leicester. 2 yellow cards so far against Southampton. They're not taking any prisoners. Coley now brings the ball forward down this left-hand side to Christensen. He's got space, brings it onto his, brings it inside himself, gets the ball back. But we're going backwards and he puts it out now. And that's a throw into Leicester. So again with Christensen, the ball was going forward there and he came back. Instead of running at the defenders, just saying then 5 times we've conceded first this season and we've managed to draw 2 and lose 3. So not hopeful. Buonanotte, a lovely ball from Justin there. He's crowded out a bit, chipped into the box. Very easy from Ndidi there for Ramsdale. He didn't even have to jump for that. He just stood there, took it in his hands and said, "Thank you very much." Yeah, I think we can definitely say that Buonanotte is Leicester's key player at the moment. No foul, though. Leicester now. Buonanotte again. Leicester still got the ball somehow. Indeed, Mavididi turns. Gives the ball away. A long ball over the top towards Archer there for Southampton, but it's dealt with easily by Wout Faes. And it's Coley got the ball and gives it back now to Hermansen. Hermansen just walking the ball forward here. Careful. Plays it 1-2 with Ndidi and gets absolutely nothing from it. Now Coley. Canoes now. Justin on the far side, venturing forward, but he comes off a Southampton player. Like I say, I didn't really see the goal, but looking at how it's playing at the moment, Leicester very much seem to be reasonably in control of the game, but we've got that goal to get back. You know, we've got Vardy on, we've got Mavididi on, El Canus on, Grenete on. You can't say that we've not gone attacking. Southampton, though, coming down the far side. Nice little play here by Southampton. Not seen this for a while. Walker Peters gets past Justin with ease. 2-0. Too easy. Too easy. Aaron, please no spoilers. But, I mean, it was just too easy. And what was Christian doing there? Let's have a look from a different angle. It was just way, 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 way too easy. Agony, it says for Steve Cooper. I think it's agony for all the Leicester fans, to be honest with you. Leicester need a quick response, but they give the ball away again. There's the confidence that a 1-0 lead had given Saints that they could soak the pressure up. Now Christensen gets the ball in to Vardy, but it's over the top. Finally a cross in from Christensen. That's what he should be doing, not getting it and then turning back on himself. Oh, Matthew, I forgot what it's like to score first, well, apart from Bournemouth. Hi, Doug, how you doing? Vardy crosses the ball in. Can we do anything with this? No, it's a free kick to Southampton. Half an hour gone nearly, and it is Southampton 2, Leicester City 0. Vardy crossing the ball in. But then it was Canuso went into the back of the Southampton defender there. Well, so far, it's been 4 shots for Southampton, 5 shots for Leicester. But now they're coming down this left-hand side again, Southampton. They got the ball into the box. And Leicester's defence, we've packed the defence out, but we're doing absolutely nothing with it. You know, even when we do try to get a foot in, the ball's given away. It's going to go all the way back, is it, to Ramsdale? No. Defended well by Southampton. Lovely ball. Oh, that was lucky for Leicester, unlucky for Southampton. It was a lovely through ball down that right-hand side. Completely caught Christensen out. The ball was played into the box. And unfortunately, it just didn't fall right for him. Wow, did that not go in? That could have easily been 3-0. So Leicester come away with Mavididi. Good overlap from El Canoes. Plays it back, but again, you've got 5-6 Southampton defenders, 2 Leicester strikers. It was a great break, but nobody was up there with them. Let's just have a look. I mean, this one here from the long throw-in. Oh, it was going in. And we've got to say thanks to Mads Hermansson. He turned round, he stopped it, hit him between the legs, he turned round and fell on it. That would have been 3-0. Well saved, Mads. So it's a corner for Leicester. Back up the other end now. It's very decent of you, Doug. It's only fair. Hope the family are well. Have a look, because El Canoes is down. Whoa! Yeah, 3 players booked for Southampton, so we're winning on the yellow cards. Well, Canusi's not gone off, he stayed on. Ball's from the corners up in the air and it's down. It's a free kick. This is poor from Leicester. This is poor. And you're quite right there. And when I'm agreeing with you, this is embarrassing. A colleague, it was easily beaten, and Saints are coming away again. This could be 3. And it's a free kick. No. Free kick on the edge of the box. Another couple of feet, it could have been a penalty. No foul either for Leicester there. No. Christensen is getting roasted down this left-hand side at times. Well, they're just showing that the skip defensive tackle was outside the box. It wasn't quite a penalty. Is it Anthony Taylor, the referee, by the way? The body language here from the Leicester players. Jamie Vardy then just didn't even run for it, just stood. It's a 4th booking for Southampton. Surely Southampton are not going to, as they're not actually going to end this game with 11 players on, are they? Well, I don't know. I tell you what, supporting Leicester City. I don't drink much, me, you know. It's just when you're supporting Leicester, you got to. So, free kick to Leicester here on this near side. Paz has got it on the far side from the free kick, and he gets a corner. And I couldn't get a stream. I missed the first goal. I think that was the best part of the match for me, not being able to watch it. Yep, they do. Leicester do need a goal. Manotte plays it outfield, gets it back, chips it in. Akoli. Yeah, I know what you're saying, Ant. Brighton and Hove Albion have gone 1-0 up against Newcastle. So as things stand, we are down to 16th. Southampton up to 18th. Funny thing is, when I was speaking to Matt Letizia the other day, Everton are 1-0 up at Ipswich Town. Well, not easily beaten to it there by Southampton, and they break forward down the centre of the pitch now. Plays it out to this near side. Looking at this, you've got to say, you wouldn't look at this and go, well, Southampton are a team that haven't had a win all season. And that Leicester were above them. We won the ball there, but it was very lucky. McCauley to Faust at the back. Justin. Skip. Challenge from behind, and he loses it again. Oh, then Southampton lose it. But no, Southampton keep it. That's the difference. Oh. I mean, what Leicester... I mean, can we pass the ball to each other? Christensen. Aberdeen now out to El Canoes on this left near side. Back into Mavididi. Chips it into the box. Justin guided down to Brunate. Skip, though, he can't get a shot off either. Justin chips it in, but it only goes as far as a Leicester player, and we can't do anything with it. So Faze has got it now. Crowd saying, come on, Leicester. More likely to be, come on, Eileen. Christensen now plays it in. Oh! What a lovely move. Probably the best Leicester move yet. El Canoes, and he hits the bar, or hits the upright, I should say. I thought that was in. That was probably Leicester's best chance. Well, it was the best chance, to be honest with you. Is it? Maybe that's going to sum up how it is. Now Leicester, has that given them a bit of confidence here? Mavididi chips it in, but again, straight down the throat of Ramsdale. Just stood there, didn't have to do anything at all. It was Mavididi who passed it to Christensen, who turned inside, played it to El Canous, who was unmarked. I've got to say, I don't think they picked him up at all. It was a lovely chip, and it just hit the post. I was getting ready to celebrate, and it was nice, Ant. You're quite right. Now then, what could Leicester do? It's almost like they're letting the ball go, but not knowing if anybody's behind them, if you know what I mean. It looks good if you let it go and there's somebody behind, but Mavididi, lovely ball there. It's a corner. Oh, indeed. Apparently, I thought it was a corner, but no, it's a goal kick, apparently. I didn't see the first goal, so I can't say how bad it was. The second one was we gave it away. It was too easy for Southampton. Apart from that, have we been in the game? Mavididi playing well to keep hold of the ball there. Offside. Oh. Yeah, I agree with you. We need to be making substitutes at half time, not leaving it until the 70th, 80th, even 90th minute for Cooper, let's be honest with you. I mean, what do people think? What subs would people play? Two-minutes now of stoppage time. That goal would have made all the difference for Leicester. Oh, Leicester giving it away again down that far side. I think it was Faz this time. Oh, thankfully for Leicester, it was a wild shot by Southampton. Ball chip forward, nowhere near Vardy though. The Leicester throw in. We're going to run out of time though here, as it's played back into our own half, which is just not what we want. The Coley go forward. That Saints fans are blowing for the whistle. And there it is, 2-0, half time. They were not even... I mean, it's embarrassing, isn't it? It is totally and utterly embarrassing. Yes, what a shambles. Biro Clock Dino, definitely. Maybe we need to change the manager at half time. Maybe that's what we need to do. We'll be back. I need to go and water the plants. We'll be back in the second half. Do stay with us, please. We won't be long, and we'll be back with the half-time analysis with Brad.
This is the Leicester Till I Die Watch-Along Show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
I will love it if we beat them. Love it.
I don't think it's going to happen, though. Got to say, this clown out. At the way things stand at the moment, I can't defend him. I really, really, really can't defend the guy. Half-time results so far. Well, this morning, Tottenham Hotspur beat West Ham United 4-1. And the half-times in the 3 o'clock kickoffs, Fulham 1, Aston Villa 1, Manchester United 0, Brentford 1, Newcastle 0, Brighton 1, Southampton, as you know, 2, Leicester City 0, Ipswich 0, Everton 1. And, of course, the 5:30 kickoff will be down here on the south coast, AFC Bournemouth against the Arsenal. Unreal. I mean, let's just have a look at the stats, shall we? 45% possession. We've both had 7 shots. We've not had 1 on target yet. They've had 4 on target. 2 of them, of course, going in. Of those 7 shots, 5 have been off target. Only 3 for Southampton. And touches in the box, Southampton 14, Leicester 14. Words fail me. Let's see what you guys have been saying. Gray is saying, what a shambles. Can't really argue with you there, Gray. Can't really argue at all. Keith Webster, Ronald, he's more Bubba Shrimp. I think he's replying to a previous one. Cooper is making not drinking very, very difficult. You're not in Stoptober, are you, mate? The hell, Ant. You can never do that supporting Leicester. What about 4-1-4-1? What about just go for it? Have 9 up front. Disgraceful first half, proving Cooper's the problem because we beat this lot 5-0 and 4-0 last season. Fair point, we did. When I saw the lineup, I thought it was very attacking, but from what I hear, it's not attacked. You've not attacked at all. We've had moments where we've really been on top, but we've just done nothing with it, and that's the problem. I was off the bruise, but I've just cracked one. Have you? I hope you mean a bottle, Matthew. What's disappointing is Saints have allowed us to attack. They've had a plan and have been much more direct when getting to the box. We've passed it around and only managed to create 1 decent shot. Ben, I think Cooper needs to find his magic wand. I tell you what, if I had a magic wand, I'd shove it up his fucking arse at the moment. I think Cooper needs to find his magic wand. Somehow not being bad in 3 different seasons. We won this team and now we're playing brutal. I mean, don't forget, this is the team that beat us twice when they got relegated. They were the worst team in the division and they beat us twice. Just saying. Could be 5-0 down. Could be. I mean, goals could have gone in both ways. We could have got one with El Canoes. Is he? He's made a couple of saves. It says he's only made 2 saves here. So, fair point though. Southampton only scored 6 goals, and 2 of those are today. Joe, hi Joe. My Ecuadorian commentator noted that Justin was getting skinned. VK and Mavididi take up the same space, and that Chris don't need a half-time pie. And how dare you, Joe? How dare you? I think Christensen's been skinned a few times as well. Look, get Justin on the left and bring Ricardo on, for fuck's sake, Cooper. The players for money don't look particularly... No, I said that. I just think they're walking round. They don't have a very good body language at all. Can we have another international break? Yeah. I mean, we moan about the international breaks, but good God, we could do with one. We are getting spanked, you right. Forest will bury us. You know what? Can't argue with that. Should FaZe have dived headed that cross? It's easy for us to say sat here looking, isn't it? You keep playing like this, we'll take you to the cleaners. No one knows what they're supposed to be doing. It looks like it. Yeah, get Ricky P on. Definitely. Sorry, Brad was in that. Brad had come in, and I didn't realise he had come in. So I do apologise, Brad. You should have sent me a little message, but here he is. Whoops-a-daisy. I've disappeared. There we go. I'm back again. No, I'm not. I will be back in a minute, though, once I press the right button. There we go. Half-time subs. Change the manager, shouldn't we, mate?
Something's got to change, mate, because barring a few moments of creativity, that is the most dreadful half of football we've played this season.
I didn't see the first goal. I couldn't actually get a link for the first 15, 20 minutes. And I've got to be honest with you, I think I was lucky.
Well, I'll tell you what happened, mate. What happened is Justin shit himself. Justin shit himself, mate, because he backed up and he backed up and he backed up. And Southampton, well, if you're going to back off me, mate, I'm going to put the ball into the danger zone. And then any defender could take the blame for the goal. Wild FaZe gets a nick on it, but it's not strong enough. Coley was tracking back. He maybe could have said he could have got back quicker. I 1,000,000% agree with what you and others are saying. I don't care if you take Justin off and put Ricardo on, if you take Christensen off and put Justin on the left and put Ricardo on. What the actual fuck does Ricardo need to do if he cannot get on the pitch in this second half? If he is not on the pitch at the start of the second half, you want about changing manager? Well, if he can't see that Ricardo needs to be on, what is going on?
I've not made many notes about this half, but I'll read you the ones that I have done. It's too easy for Southampton. Leicester can't pass. Leicester can't keep the ball. Leicester City's body language is awful. Doesn't allow we even want to be there. Have we been in the game at all? I mean, fucking rubbish. I said I wanted 9 points in the next 3 games. I mean, if we can't beat Southampton, who we beat twice last year, I mean, all right, we're saying under Enzo we might have not had the good start we've had, but at least we beat Southampton twice last year. They were favourites with the bookies, which Matt Letitia couldn't understand how. But looking at that, they've taken us to the cleaners, haven't they?
Taken us to cleaners, mate. They've taken us to the laundrette. They put us on a spin and drain. They folded us ironers and tucked us away into the bedroom closet. That's what they've done to us. They've absolutely. Do you know what the most infuriating thing is, Chris? I actually saying it like I'm saying like they've played us off the park. Southampton are in neutral. They haven't even put the car in gear to go 2-0 up. Our defence, for the first time this season, I will say, have been shocking. Really shocking. And
Ramsdale's had nothing to do.
No, he hasn't. In fact, the only time he had something to do, he should have, to be fair, he should have been watching the ball hit the post and go in the back of his net. That should have been the only thing he saw happening when Canusi's chance. That was a fantastic chance. But
Winks is coming on.
Who's coming off then?
Is warming up. I'm going to let you go, mate, because the players are coming out. I will see you at full time.
Yeah, see you at full time, mate. Somehow I hope we're talking about a 2-2 draw, but I can't see it. We could be talking about 4-0 Southampton.
Yes, yeah, we could. Indeed, he's staying on who? I mean, he's been shit. Anyway, mate, I'll speak to you at full time.
Yeah, speak to you full time, mate.
Cheers, mate. Right, here we go. Let me just get set up. So no Ricardo. Who knew? So Skip is off. I think we need more than that, though, to be honest with you. I really, really do. Everton have gone 2-0 up, by the way, against Ipswich Town. No, indeed, he hasn't gone off. Russell Martin looking very relaxed there. What are any of these players going to do? Ricardo, yeah, I think we all agree Ricardo should have been on. Right, here we go. The second half, Leicester City kick-off. Leicester City in all blue, playing from left to right now. Southampton in their normal strip of red and white stripes, black shorts and white socks. And it's straight out there for a throw-in to Southampton, just on the halfway line on this near side, which Kyle Walker-Peters will take. Not Kyle, obviously. Oh, Southampton here got the freedom of St Mary's. Went past Mavadidi with ease. Is that going to be a corner? Yes, it is. Straight away. Less than 2 minutes, well, less than a minute into the second half, and it's a corner straight away for Southampton. Third corner for Saints, headed clear by Leicester, but it's put straight back in, but it's going to be out for a goal kick. Seventh manager in the race to be sacked, Steve Cooper. 33-1. Might have a fiver on that. Be interesting to see what Southampton are going to do. Are they going to try and get a third, or are they going to hold on for? Or are they going to try and hold on to what they've got? Leicester needs something, and they need something early on. Now, Leicester now having a break. They tried to get the free kick, Southampton, but we've lost it down that far side, as we always do. They got the cushion of the 2-0 lead, of Southampton. But if Leicester can get a goal quite early, it would make it interesting. Remember, they've got 3 players on yellow cards, I do believe. 4 players on a yellow card. 5. Downs has just got booked, I believe. That's 5 yellow cards for Southampton. I thought Skip was one of our better players, to be honest with you. Sorry, Sigawara it was that was booked. Apparently, if you hold the ball for over 20 seconds, you get a booking. Dibbling for Southampton. Lovely ball. Oh, it's put out for a corner. So less than 5 minutes, 2 corners into the second half, and 2 corners for Southampton. Yeah, can you see it happening though, Jeff, under this clown? Corner comes in from the far side. Kolu meets it, but it's not cleared. Leicester clear it, but it goes to a Southampton player as always. Ooh. Paz nearly put that ball into his own net then. Again, we've got Mads to thank for that. Oh! Mads did save us there. Oh, thankfully, Madsen Manson gets that, and he gets it out quickly. Can Leicester break now? Let's face it, we very much doubt it. Mavadidi was closed down by 2, and El Canoes now gets the throw in. No, it's a Southampton throw in. Can't even win a throw in. Is Vardy going to get booked now? Vardy booked. I think that was probably frustration. Vardy only had 6 touches in the first half. I mean, what does that say about the rest of the team? But the Southampton players down at the moment. Gray says we can score 2 against Arsenal. I can't see it. Honestly, we just can't keep the ball. We cannot keep the ball. And what was Ndidi doing there? He had all the fucking time in his world, Ndidi. And he just sort of had a wild stab at it when he didn't need to. I thought we're giving away a penalty there, but good defending by Leicester for once. Yeah. No, Chris, I don't think they can. Southampton are just... Which, as I say, looking at this, which team didn't have a win before this? Back to Ramsdale. He boots it long upfield and it's straight out for a Leicester throw-in. Fifty-five minutes in, and Ramsdale hasn't had a save to make. Looks like Fatawu could be coming on. Yeah, Fatawu's getting changed. Fatawu could be coming on. George, no, it's not. At least he's making early substitutions at the moment. That was a good tackle there by Winks. It's through for Jamie Vardy. He had a chance and he took too long. Renati's looking to... Oh! We're not in now. Oh my God, so close. Two good efforts within the space of 2 minutes. Now then, Leicester enjoying a good spell here. Winks to Faz. Faz plays it through. Buenete. Plays it off the Southampton player, though. It's on this near side. Buenete goes back to Faz. Winks is taken out and gets a free kick. Not sure how Southampton have still got 10 players on this pitch. Well, so need this. So 58 minutes. So Christensen is off and Fatawu's on. Now, a bit of a weird subject when we're going for it, but don't want to see Ricardo on. Is it just me, Or does anybody else want to see Ricardo on? Oh, what an awful free kick. Awful free kick. What the hell do we do in training? That was a free kick over everybody straight to the goalkeeper's arms. I could fucking do better than that. I'm fat and 63. Jesus Christ. Coley got a touch in there and we won the ball back for Leicester. We're knocking on the door here with an hour coming up, but could be too little too late. So James Justin has gone to the left. Fatawu now, going down this right-hand side. Gets the crowd going. Checks into the box, but nobody's there on the end of it. The Saints about to make a substitution. "30 minutes left. Half an hour. 3 goals. So substitution there to illness. Saguama is off. Fraser on. Bit of a formation, well, not a bit of a formation, but certainly a personnel change in of who's playing where. Leicester can't keep hold of it again and give away a free kick. How fucking stupid is that? And now a yellow card. No, this is on. Oh, Southampton player goes down. He rolls over. Give him an Oscar. They're shouting for the oh, and again we can fucking give it away. We fucking got it in the midfield and we just play off a Southampton player. And again. Can we just not hold on to the fucking ball? Just in there, doesn't even put up a fight. Oh, Dibbling shot in. Manson keeping it. What the fuck are Leicester doing? We just cannot hold on to the ball. Let's have it in midfield. We've not given it away yet, this move. That could be a first. Fatawu now coming down. this right-hand side onto his left foot, plays it into the middle, ends up with Winks from Brunetti, gets it back to Fatawu. Yes! Buonanotte gets one back! 2-1! 2-1! Buonanotte there gets the goal. It's 2-1 to Leicester City. We've got a goal back. Owen with a chance here. Well, we can but hope.
Go! Back of the net.
Wow. Well, are we back in it? 65 minutes gone. .64 minutes. So we've scored in every game this season. Oh, now Southampton, though, could bring one back straight away. Oh, good defending there. Put it out for a corner. I think he's getting enough dissing, Ben. Chris, yes. 2-1 Leicester City. Archer after 8 minutes, Arabo after 28, Brunetti after 64 with an assist by Fatawu. So let's just go through the results as they stand at the moment. Tottenham Hotspur beat West Ham 4-1 earlier. The corner comes in. Oh, how did that not go in? It's a corner on the other side. What the hell? Oh, that was lucky. Fazdo, I think it was, got in the way. No, indeed, come off his chest. Everton 2-0 up at Ipswich. So another corner, third on the trot. So Fulham 1, Villa 2. Man United have equalised. Man United 1, Brentford 1. Newcastle 0, Brighton 1. Southampton 2, Leicester 1. Ipswich 0, Everton 2. Hey, who's going to come on for Leicester in a second? Now, come on, Villa. Don't score anymore and I get 3 points. Thank you very much. I need 3 points in the bloody prediction league. So there's a couple of changes here for Southampton, but it's a sub for Leicester, and Ayew is coming on. I'm not sure who's going off. El Canouse, who had that chance in the first half, of course. Leicester, can they get it clear? Only as far as another Southampton player. And they come forward again. Holyhead's it clear, but Southampton now got the bit between the teeth after having 3 corners on the trot. Oh, Madsen Manson comes out quick and collects it, and a quick ball out to Fatawu now, who can move down this left-hand side, this near side, holds on to it, brings it inside a little bit. Winks on the ball now. Mavadidi to Ndidi. Headed clear though by Southampton. But Leicester have it back. 20 minutes to go. He is making subs early. Got to give him that. Ooh. Oh, Leicester, Southampton now on the break. And Leicester are going to be careful with this. Yellow card for Winks. I think he took one for the team. I think that's 8 cards in this game. Manchester United are now leading Brentford 2-1. Oh, it was Ayew was pulling the shirt back there. He got away with one. Got away with one. So Man United beating Brentford. Got away with one there, did Ayew, and so did the team. I think that would have been a penalty. 20 minutes left now. Southampton 2, Leicester 1. As it's... Oh. And Manson boots it out. Head tennis now in the centre of the park. Winks. Fatawu now on this near side, kicks the ball in. He's seen a lot of the ball since he came on. Comes on the inside. Oh! Oh my God! Oh, that was a South Coast special from Fatawu. How did he not go in? Oh my God, what? Oh, that was so close from Fatawu. And then, what was Vardy doing? Oh, he's looking at the screen. This could be a penalty for Leicester. Now, was Vardy impeded? They've said to him to go and have a look at the TV. VAR. Oh, I mean, yes, he was held off, Vardy. Right, what's he going to do now? Penalty! Penalty! Southampton are down to 10! We've got to score it yet, though, of course. We have to score it. I always say that. Always say that. Wow. I'm guessing Vardy is going to take it. Vardy's going to take the penalty. I daren't look. I daren't look. Yeah! Get the fuck in there! Jamie Vardy! actually lose this now. They could actually lose this. 2-2. What a game we've got on our hands now. What a game.
Go! Back of the net.
Where was this Leicester in the first half? What will happen now? What will happen? Will Saints capitulate? Capitulate even? That was the word I couldn't get out. They had the lead in Southampton. They've lost it. Ben, let's get 7 more. I said we couldn't come back from 2-0, I've got to say. But we've not won it yet. Look, you know, I think we'd all say we'd take a point at this stage, but it's not over. 15 minutes to go. We could score, but let's face it, in this sort of game, they could score, but they are down to 10 men. I mean, in fairness, it was a soft. Well, if he hadn't done that, Vardy would have probably scored anyway. Now, Buonanotte there went past a couple of players, but he couldn't get his shot away. Tried it straight at the Southampton players. 76 minutes gone. 2-0 down. Back to 2-2. Leicester City. Fatowu. Since he's come on, he has made all the difference. But he couldn't get the cross in that time. And Southampton can break now on the far side. This is the worry. This is Leicester, isn't it? I mean, having watched what I saw of the first half, who would have thought this in the second half? 2 more subs for Saints. They're doing everything. Of course, they're down to 10 men. Villa now 3-1 up at Fulham. Vardy, 74 minutes on a penalty. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. What a game. What a game. But should we be saying Cooper should be doing this from the start? We can't keep going down and getting and coming back. We need to start going ahead in games. Well, like we did against Bournemouth. I'll give you that. Which way is this going to go? Talk about a game that has ebbed and flowed. Has he made the right substitutions, Cooper? So Leicester are still 16th, though. Everton are above us. And West Ham are right down there as well. Bournemouth obviously play later. They're on 8 points as well. But this will not have done Southampton any good at all. They're back down to 19th with 2 points. Wolves have still got to play, obviously. But they're playing Man City. Ayew puts it over. Ayew here was holding the player back, but he wasn't anywhere near the play, or was he? Now let's have a look at this. Oh yes, it was a shirt pull. It was a shirt pull on Jamie Vardy. I didn't see that earlier because of the angle of the cameras. You got away with it. I've no doubt Southampton will be complaining about that. Yeah, they do, in fairness, Gray. They do. Offside there for Southampton. We've got 11 minutes to go. Don't know why I'm looking at the TV screen. It's all there. I've lost it completely. What a game to come back to. What a game. Faze out to Fatawu. Fatawu surely has got to start the next game, hasn't he? Fatawu and Buonanotte on this near side. Fatawu's. Oh, is he going to get a corner? Yes, he gets the corner. You know what the Southampton player was doing there? He was letting the ball go. So it's a corner to Leicester. Is there something still to be played out in this game? We're not in with the corner. Chips it in. Oh, it's long. No. It wasn't a... Well, it was headed back in, but there was just full of Southampton players where the ball fell. Not a Leicester player near it. Anyway, Buonanotte on this near side to Faze. Back to Buonanotte, who nearly doesn't get to it, but he gets it back to Madsen Manson. Leicester could be going for the win here, but they've got to be careful they don't leave themselves open at the back. Oh, again, Winks doesn't quite get the ball through. But Leicester now is showing a fight that they didn't show in the first half. Would you take a point now? Would you take a point now? That is the question. Answer me in the chat. Yes or no? We want one. No, everybody's saying no. No, you wouldn't take the 1 point. The 1 point. Free kick comes in. Madsen Manson up and easily gets it. Southampton fans again shouting for a penalty. Anthony Taylor's having... It is Anthony Taylor, isn't it? Just tell me that. I've been calling him Anthony Taylor all game. Is it Anthony Taylor? We can win this game, says everybody. I'm just worried about leaving us open at the back. Fatawu! Chips into the box! Oh, didn't quite fall for Leicester. Handball not given. Leicester now. Mavadidi. Oh, high, wide, and not very pretty. We're getting a mixture. I mean, Ronald probably agreed with me. He'd take a Desmond. No, they're just looking at, again, a penalty shout. No. He was holding him, but he wasn't pushing him. He had a little tug, but let it go. Oh, I think the fans were hoping there. Yeah. There's a player down for Southampton still having a drink break. No, we shouldn't, Gray. You're quite right. We should not have been 2-0 down to these. No, apparently it wasn't sustained holding for Macaulay. I think we quite knew that. Aston Villa now have gone 3-1 up against Fulham. So there's my 3 points gone out the bloody window, Villa. Why can't you just be satisfied with 1? Bloody typical. Bloody typical, Aston Villa. So it was Tottenham Hotspur 4, West Ham United 1 earlier at the early kickoff. Fulham 1, Villa 3, Manchester United 2, Brentford 1, Newcastle United 0, Brighton and Hove Albion 1, Southampton 2, Leicester City 2, Ipswich 0, Everton 2, and of course the 5:30 kickoff is Bournemouth against. And my stream's gone down again. When I click on Southampton, I watch Newcastle versus Brighton. That's very good. Work that one out. I was trying to get the link back. Manchester United are virtually on every single bloody stream. So they're still going for 86 minutes, 86 and a half minutes gone. It's all Leicester at the moment. Leicester can smell blood, but we've got to be careful at the open. Don't leave ourselves open the back. Fatawu chips into the box. Oh, it's so easy. Straight down the throat of Ramsdale, who falls down. I think Southampton will take the point. Well tackled by Leicester. It's a free kick to Leicester. Fatawu down. Yeah, can we get to 50? Thank you, Gray. Let's get to 50 likes. Dakova Reed is coming on for Mavididi. What can he do? Bought for experience. So Dakova Reed here on as a sub. Mavididi off. So we're into the last 2 minutes here. Oh, well, Justin got the cross in there. Fatwood couldn't get the cross in, but Leicester still got it. Renetti! He fancies a shot, but he can't get one off. If you know what I mean. It finally comes off a Southampton player. Dakova Reed, his first touch to Winks, to Faz. He chips it into the box, but it's over Vardy's head. Dakova Reed, but it wasn't a shot, it was more of a cross, but it's with Fatawu. And it's out for a throw-in. Indeed, he tried to keep it going there. Who's your man of the match, everybody? 7 minutes of stoppage time, I'm hearing. Corner. Kyle Water-Peakers off Dakova Reed there. It is 7 minutes of stoppage time. It's going to be a long stoppage time. I can see you, Tom. I'll bring you in just before we start the post-match. As the seagull flies across the pitch. Southampton now. But it would all just be Leicester, wouldn't it? Can you believe 7 minutes of stoppage time? And Ramsdale picks it up. I didn't think you would, Gray. I didn't think you would. Anybody could get one off, Gray. It's you. Oh, great defending by Faz. That was a breakaway from Southampton. That could easily have gone against the run of play. No handball. The VAR is checking. 4 substitutes for Leicester. We have got a substitute left. No. So it's a corner for Southampton. Oh! The Southampton player there. I think he was kicking the air. So Leicester come forward. He was trying to hold it up, but he loses the ball. Oh, it's a free kick now to Leicester. Against Leicester, I should say. It's hard to keep up, though, isn't it, Ben? Fatawu, Winks, Cordova Reed, and Ayer were on. From a neutral's point of view, this is an amazing game. From a Leicester point of view, I am still absolutely... My stomach is churning because I just know what Leicester are like. Fatawu now plays it forward. Lovely ball to Brunette. To Cordova Reed. Indeed, to Cordova Reed again. Brunette! Oh! Bobby Reid played it out. It was a shot. Oh, it was just wide. Oh. Oh. Faz heads it out for a goal kick, goal kick corner. He does all three. Goal kick, corner, throw in. It's a throw in. Halfway inside the Leicester City half on the near side. Have we got up to those 50 likes, guys? 85 of you in. Jeff. That's good play by Coley there, just shielding the ball out for a goal kick. 95 minutes, 20 seconds. But Winks has the ball. He's got plenty of space in the centre of that field to bring it away. Justin across to Faz. Plays it out to Fatawu on this near side. Oh, lovely overlap there by Ndidi. Back to Fatawu. Who loses it. But it's a throw in to Leicester. We were saying before that it could have been 3 or 4 to Southampton. Fairness, it could have been 3 or 4 to Leicester. All the way through. There's literally 33 seconds left. Fast coming forward. Renete back to Faz. Chips it into the box. Ayu can't quite get onto it. Winks. Dakova Reid on the far side. Literally got 4 seconds left. This is it, the last chance for Leicester. Out phase, out to Fatu on this side. He's probably got to let this play run out. It's a corner. It's a corner. 97 minutes, 14 seconds. The corner's probably... Will he blow the whistle before it's taken? I don't know. Winks will take this corner. Can Leicester somehow snatch victory from the jaws of defeat? Jordan 3-2 to Leicester! A corner for Winks! He played it out wide! It goes back in! It's an amazing goal! It's Southampton 2, Leicester City 3! Unbelievable! Unbelievable! Ayu from a Winks corner. Played it wide. Oh my fucking God! It's 3-2 to Leicester City. Where did that come from?
Go! Back of the net.
Indeed. Let me just update this score. I pressed the wrong one there. That should have been the long celebration. 3-2. It's gone in. I mean, oh my God. Where people were, I said, would you take a point? Everybody was saying, apart from a couple, no, you wanted 3. You got 3. Wow. Set piece goals for Leicester. 3-2. Who would believe it? Who would believe it? And that was something like the 98th minute. What are they timing it at on here? They are timing it at 98 minutes. And Manson has fallen on the ball. This is just unbelievable. Unbelievable, Jeff. Unbelievable. Totally, 100%. There it is! 3-2! Who the fuck are you, Southampton? Matt Letitia. I can't think of any other players that played for Southampton. 3-2. Oh my God. Who would have known? And I've not played this all season, but I'm going to play it now.
Yes! 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 Oh! 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 Oh, God. Oh. I'll have what she's having.
And that's just got all your wives wondering, hasn't it? Leicester City come from 2 behind to win in the most amazing fashion from a corner. 98 minutes on a 97-minute game. We were 2-0 down. We were out. We were over. We were good night Vienna. And then at half-time, they say it's a game of 2 halves. Well, that was, believe you me. Oh, we've got to get it right in the first half. It is wallpapering over cracks a little bit. Got to be honest with you, but who cares? Oh, God, unreal. Jeff says it's not over yet. It is now. Let's boogie nights. Let's twist again. Oh, my God, says Chris. When the Saints go marching in, they weren't marching very well there, were they? All right, Cooper, you got a nice life. Oh, we've got to give it to him. Wish we were as crap as them. What a score. Wow, my God. Still only 2 points, less than Man United. Indeed. Orgasms all round. Oh, God, indeed. The Saints more like the sinners. I love you, Grandpa. Bit worried if you are my grandson, but hey, I'll take it. Let's just run through the other scores. Full times coming in now. Earlier on today, it was Tottenham Hotspur 4, West Ham 1, Fulham 1, Aston Villa 3, Manchester United 2, Brentford 1, Newcastle United 0, Brighton and Hove Albion 1, Southampton 2, Leicester City 3. And it's still playing. They must have kicked off late. There's only 84 minutes gone. Ipswich Town 0, Everton 2. And, of course, AFC Bournemouth will be playing Arsenal at 5 o'clock. Right, Wayne and Tom are both in. I'm going to keep you just in the background because I need to go and have a piss, because if not, I'm going to piss myself with excitement. So I'm going to go off and have that piss, and we will be back. Yeah, get your man of the matches in, by the way, before we go. See who you go for. But here we go. I don't know what I'm doing. Who can read this fucking game? Because I can't. Let's just have a quick look at the table, though. That should have propelled us up the table. Well, we were in 13th. We're back in 13th. But we've got 9 points. 9 points, 6 above Palace, but Palace have got a game in hand on us. But we'll be back with the post-match reaction straight after my wee break.
This is the Leicester Till I Die Watchalong Show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
I will love it if we beat them. Love it.
I did say, didn't I? Oops. I did say I would love it if we beat them. I love it, as they say. All right, let me press get the right buttons up, and we'll be bringing our guests in a second. There we go. That was the one. Okay, so I lost everybody's chat then. Just looking at the table, Southampton are now bottom of the table with 1 point. Wolves, because they've played one game less, than 19th with 1 point. And Palace, both Palace and Wolves obviously got to play. They are, Palace are 18th with 1 point. And the game has finished at Ipswich 0, Everton 2. So Ipswich have got 4 points. Everton 8, West Ham 8, AFC Bournemouth 8, but of course Bournemouth are playing at 5:30 against Arsenal, and Leicester City up to 13th. End it now! End it now, please. Leicester City won 2 on the bounce. Who could believe it? I don't believe it. Let's have a look at the match stats. 58.5% possession to Leicester. 18 shots for Leicester, 14 from Southampton. Only 4 on target, but 3 of those went in, and that's what mattered. 10 shots off target to us, 5 to Southampton. Block shots, 4 for us, through 2 for Southampton. 40 touches in the Ipswich box. Oh, what am I saying? In the Southampton box. 28 for Southampton. 6 saves from Hermansen, but only one from Ramsdale. 10 corners to Southampton, 6 to us. And of course, when it comes to bookings, well, it was a card fest, wasn't it? Harwood, Bellis, Seguara, Manning, Fernandez, Dibbling, and of course Fraser got a red for Southampton. On the Leicester side, we had Buenete and Vardy getting yellows, and Winks, of course, who came on. Well, where do you start with that? Where do you start? Let's see what everybody was saying. Fatawu, man of the match. Surely he's got to be starting. The fans in the away end. I love you, God. Bless you, Grandpa. Everybody get to church tomorrow. Sacked in the morning. Martin is, well, possibly. Fatawu, man of the match. Fatawu, man of the match. Yeah, it was totally mental. Totally. Can't wait. Should be first game on top of the pops. I have totally lost it. Totally, utterly, bloody lost it. Should be first game on match of the day tonight, but of course, Man United beating Brentford will be. Fatawu, man of the match. He's got to start the next game. Yes, he has. I thought Fatawu, man of the match, but Ayew deserves it for that brilliant last-minute winner. He's a striker. He's not a winger. Get Ricardo playing. We will be strong. I'd like to see highlights myself. Mr. Cooper must have learnt something from this result, which is team selection. Scott, give Fatawu whatever he wants. I know. Nearly double figures in points get in. Cooper actually made the right changes. Fatawu, man of the match. We still have Fox's never quit attitude. We didn't in that first half, but we did in the second. Stuffed the points deduction. We've stayed up that way. What a climax. It was a climax. Brookline, howdy, mate. How are you doing? You look 10 years younger after that win. I look 20 years fucking older after what they put me through. Jesse's in. I feel so cheeky about that win, but I'm chuffed. Hey, doesn't matter, Jesse. Doesn't matter. Thankfully, Ramsbottom was in goal. Footy would be pleased. Not sure what you mean by that. Can someone explain how Fatawu is benched? I don't know. Great, you are a gentleman, sir. Thank you very much. £5 donation to the channel. 500 quid for everything it's cost me, plus 500 plus, to be honest with you. So I appreciate that. Thank you very much. On the 7th day, God created Leicester City. Oh, dear. Right, let's bring everybody in. I think everybody is here. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I can see them all. So it will take me a little bit to play around with this. So while I am playing around, if you pardon the expression, we'll just do this again. Gentlemen, thank you for being so very patient. 7 minutes of stoppage time kind of put the timing out. This, like I say, I feel like I'm new again with all the new guests and the changes. Did we all feel a little bit?
Yes! Oh, God. Oh, I'll have what she's having.
Sorry to anybody that's got the wives listening, by the way, or the girlfriends. Let's come to you first. I mean, Jesus Christ, I wasn't expecting that at half time.
Who was that to first?
Brad. Funny enough, when I come to you first, there was a bit of a clue.
I know, I didn't hear the name part. I just heard you'll come to first. Oh, I mean, what a game of two halves. I mean, I was optimistically joking around that, 2-0, get a goal. These will have diarrhea pills and shit themselves a little bit because of what's happened to other teams. And who knows, might get a lucky draw out of it. What a way to win it. And I tell you what, I don't know if any of you remember the goal, but that scene, the scenes at the end reminded me of that. You remember against Everton when Kelechi Iheanacho scored the first VAR goal and they all piled over towards, but it reminded me of that. I mean, you couldn't ask for a scruffier goal to win it, but thanks, Crystal Palace. Thanks a lot for that. I always knew Jordan Ayew would be a good striker.
I was going to say the same, Wayne. I mean, Jordan Ayew, I mean, what a fantastic signing.
Is that to me, Chris? Sorry.
Again, Wayne was the clue in the title.
Yeah, well, he was, and the thing is, when he came on and decored over Reed, like a lot of fans are thinking, well, why not bring Ricky P on? He can hold the ball, he can do this, but you've got to say, even though some of the decisions that Cooper makes, maybe you wouldn't agree with, that is getting results, and we are sitting really well in the table.
Tom.
I got you, Chris. I got you, mate.
Cooper's manager of the month, isn't he?
Well, it could be a sliding doors moment because oddly at half time, it was very much looking, what everyone was saying in the chat, that we were all feeling it, right?
Yeah.
He could be done. He could be done. This could be it. It was that sort of game. And you think the second half, they came out and there was something that must have been said in that dressing room at half time because the way they came out, they were playing a lot more decisively than what they were in the first. And then, of course, the fact of change comes in. Why he wasn't starting when the game was going to be tight at the back anyway, and he's the only guy who's really good with the ball close to his feet to get into spaces. I don't know. But ultimately, I'm sat here. I'm actually clammy. I can't believe the roller coaster we've just been on, honestly. And what a great result. Hopefully a sliding doors moment. Hopefully we're going to be heading up the table now rather than looking backwards.
They say, don't they, Brad? They say that the football's a game of two halves. That definitely was, because we were out of it in that first half, apart from the El Canoes effort, which was a lovely effort and deserved a goal for it. But apart from that, when he hit the upright, we were at that in that first half. We were dead and buried, weren't we?
Yeah, and then, you know, I mean, then Woutface, to be fair, at the start of the second half, Woutface tried his best to kill the game off for us.
Yes.
Great save. I mean, if Madsen had a hard save to make in that game, like a really difficult save, I don't think he expected it to be off his own player. I've lost my voice from that third goal. That third goal killed me off because me and my brother were sat watching it, and when it didn't go in the air, and it goes, what the hell's this for a corner? And then all of a sudden we saw it hit the back of the net. I mean,
Wayne, Mavididi shooting over to get us that corner in the last minute. He knew what he was doing, didn't he?
To be honest, Chris, I missed the last couple of minutes. I was thinking, what time did Chris say I need to get ready? And literally, I saw a notification on my phone. I missed the goal. It was on the television, but I missed the goal. And it was almost a surreal sort of moment. But
just to say, so moving forward, we will never be on before the end of the game. So don't worry about that. Tom, I'll come to you then. I mean, yeah, Mavididi knew what he was doing, shooting hard. Oh, did he shoot? Why did he? It must have obviously took a deflection.
I think it was at that point where they finally found a little bit more confidence in themselves, and they were just like, we've got to have a go now. You know, in the first half, we were overplaying at certain times. There was Brunate who was running into players trying to do too much when actually he needed Skip to step up forward more and actually provide more support. So consequently, I think second half, they finally managed to get it together and finally managed to get that confidence in what they can do, because we've got some quality players here. Last season, this team walked through this team. They really did. The majority of the players were still in the squad today. So it was nice to be able to see they managed to find that mental edge in order to just be more braver, take these chances, have a go. You've got the quality. Look, Abdul comes on. I said it in the last minute, but he's got some great feet. And if you encourage him to use those feet and go, it's a bit street football, but encourage him to get tight and get in and really cause them problems. And look what happens. All of a sudden, spaces open up and then players are encouraged to shoot.
Yeah, Brad, Vardy looked frustrated. In the first half, I said none of the players looked like they could really be bothered. They certainly changed that in the second half. Vardy only had 6 touches in the first half. Who cares? Give him one chance. It happened to be a penalty. I thought we were lucky because there was no penalty at the other end for a similar sort of offence.
No. I mean, I take all the stick back. That Anthony Taylor is a fantastic referee. He played the blinders today. I mean, the kicks in the post, Anthony Taylor. Well done. But in all seriousness, I mean, Southampton will feel very aggrieved. I think the only thing that kind of saves Ayew not giving away a penalty and Ryan Fraser giving away not just a penalty but the red card is there's no denying Vardy scores.
Yes.
There's no keeper. He's on the floor. It's an empty net. He's tapping it in. So it's a goal scoring opportunity. He has to be sent off. Whereas Ayew kind of, when I'm weaker, I'll grab hold of the stronger man and I could be like Santa holding on to the reins of the reindeer and he can pull me along and it doesn't look that bad. So, yeah, they'll feel aggrieved. But it's just a magical moment. This is what football's all about, isn't it? This is why we love the sport of football. I mean, I've just seen a report on the BBC. You know, Chris is a famous journalist for him, as you know. And apparently, despite the steward's best efforts, shades of Crystal Palace away, that when we won the league that time, they cannot get the Leicester fans to leave the stadium. And who would blame them? I would love to have been there right now, joining in on that.
Exactly. Wayne, I've put here after 55 minutes, and thank you very much, by the way, Doug, for renewing your membership there. Really do appreciate that. £1.99 for anybody that wants to become a member. Really does help support the channel. 55 minutes, Ramsdale hadn't got a save to make. And three things he did was pick the ball out the net.
Yeah, to be honest, I mean, you know, Southampton, had 4 yellow cards within 36 minutes? You're thinking, oh my goodness, you know, we weren't keeping hold of the ball. But they started at home, and sometimes football is like that. But to be honest, we did look after the ball better. I mean, Buonanotte, it can ride tackles, is pumping to the crowd. You know, he is a real sort of quality player, not just for his skill, but his tenacious attitude is really infectious. and sometimes you need that. And he does create things. He likes to play Vardy in. He's clever. It's just a shame that he's on loan. But, you know, do I think Ricky P, if it had came in, would have, you know, that's the one anomaly with me, with the manager. But we are playing brilliant football. We're very hard to beat. And even at 2-0 down, I wasn't truly dejected. I was thinking, you know, there could be a way back in this game.
I'll have a pint of whatever you were drinking then. but yeah, I mean, we've got to break the bank for Brunetti. I know he's just signed a new contract. That was possibly to get Brighton some money if they do sell him. We've got to break the bank for him, haven't we, Tom?
Well, we can. I mean, the problem is that we're going to get bent over a barrel to pay the money that Brighton are going to want, because Brighton are the Leicester of 4 years ago, right? So consequently, we're going to have to reach and pay, which actually we probably can't afford to do realistically. So hopefully, El Khanous, for example, who came in today, hopefully he can also learn a lot from that as well, because he started in the middle and they swapped very early in the first half, which I noticed. He wasn't working there. So, you know, when he went on the left, he was better. But hopefully he might be able to come in there. And in a dream world, yeah, I think we'd love to sign him. If we can find someone who can do that position well in January, into summer, hopefully we'll be able to, you know, really push forward. But he was superb today. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah. Brad.
Chris.
I said at half time, didn't I? I said, you know, Cooper, what an amazing appointment he is. Always makes his substitutions at the right time. Always makes the right substitutions. Wouldn't hear a word said. You were very much anti-Cooper, and I was defending him.
Yeah. Sure, you were, mate.
This is why, look, at the end of the day, he is the guy in charge, and we are all, you know, football managers, but he got it right today. And look, we take that. We give him a roasting when he gets it wrong. We've got to give him credit when he gets it right, haven't we?
Oh yeah, 100%. And you know what was refreshing as well, Chris? It wasn't reactive substitutes. It wasn't so much like for like. He sensed the problem, and he didn't give all Leicester fans what we all wanted, which was a left player being taken off and maybe Ricardo coming on. I kind of agree with Wayne. It's mad to think like that little effect in a game. Would it have really affected us? Well, Fatu might not have had the freedom he had to go and be, let's all admit it, man of the match, right? He might not have put in that performance. The fact is he was willing to go, you know what? We've still got a chance in this game. If we get at these have seen results slip away at 2-0. These aren't that good. If we get a goal back quickly, we're going to have them panicking. And he changed the shape. He went for a back three. He gave Fatu complete control of that right side. And that's one thing that I noticed in the first half on the left today. And I'm going to forgive Mavadidi for having a relatively poor game because he's been one of our best players up until this performance, to be honest with you. But I did find them two, him and Christensen, seem to confuse each other of who's overlapping and do I make the run or not. Fatu having that freedom and a solid back three, it completely changed the game. And whilst we give all the credit to Fatu for winning the penalty, giving the assist, I think he even played his part in the third goal. He won the corner, didn't he? So, you know, he's been involved in all aspects of it. You've got to give credit to the manager because he changed the shape, he changed the style, he changed the personnel. 3 changes, 3 goals. And it's not like we were 2-0 down and then they went down to 10 men, Chris. Regardless of the red card being given, we scored the penalty. So, you know, they were only trying to defend with 15 minutes or so with 10 men, which we know can be difficult to do. So you've got to give credit all round. It showed the togetherness there. And if you didn't believe in the togetherness they've got, you saw it with the celebrations at the end after the whistle.
But Wayne, I mean, I was shitting myself at 2-2. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to have to get a commode to do these watch-alongs from now on. Because, look, it would have been so Leicester to have got back to 2-2 as we did against Arsenal, it was all Leicester. I mean, Southampton literally were a bit like, I suppose, us against Bournemouth. They were holding on. They would have taken a point at that stage. It was, like I say, it was like Leicester had just found, that separate gear that you said at half time that Southampton didn't have, Brad. But it would have been so Leicester, wouldn't it, to have been hit on the break and for us to concede. And I mean, even when the penalty was taken, I dare watch.
Yeah, definitely. And even like the Southampton's penalty claim for the pull by Ayew, you're thinking, well, that could be given. But when Vardy, because basically you thought that ball's in. And then when Vardy didn't boot it in the net, you're thinking, I can't understand why Vardy missed that chance. But then you saw his shirt being pulled. But I mean, that, like when some fans might say, well, why couldn't we do that from the beginning? But, Southampton were at home, they were well up for it. They are a really good footballing team. But obviously, like recent history, they do lose or get clawed back in games. And, you've got to say with Cooper, some of the decisions, with certain personnel, but I mean, to manage that result today and get 2 back-to-back wins, that's very impressive, and you look at the goal difference as well, even before today's game. And we were sitting in a good position, really. And there are certain people that are definitely Cooper out from the beginning, without giving him maybe 10 games to see how he got on. But, none of us fans will agree 100% with what a manager does. And you'll go down the pub and 3 different people have 3 different man of the matches. And that's what makes football great. But Cooper has built a tenacious battling side, which I don't think Enzo Maresca did have last year. He had a brilliant squad, but we have got a definitely better team spirit. Yeah.
It did, Tom. And look, one swallow doesn't make a summer, as they say. And let's not get carried away. But that sort of battling performance, if we can cut out the first half and just have the second half performances, we're going to be okay, aren't we? Subject to obviously any more points deductions.
Well, it's positive because, like I say, the application was better, I felt. Nothing particularly changed until we made the substitution with Fatwa coming on. Then we changed the formation up as well, which helped. And also, I didn't expect him to do that. I kind of lost a bit of faith in the first half that would he really risk it now, because you can open up the defence a bit more and then all of a sudden Southampton on the counter are going to murder us 4-0, right? So I really, really think that the nice thing about it was I think it's going to give us a platform now in that dressing room right now. I hope they're all giving each other a pat on the back going, boys, we're in this. Even if we weren't fully there in the first 45, we all made an individual effort to really get us over the line. So hopefully, fingers crossed, like I say, sliding doors moment, I keep saying it, big 45 minutes. Hopefully we can carry that on from here and just keep building that confidence. Big game next.
Yep. Yes, you can, Wayne. I thought I was the granddad here. He turned his camera off altogether. I just meant turn it off, but he's done the other way. Brad, I am getting excited by that. I think Tom said a couple of times this could be our sliding door moment. We are on -2 goal difference. Brentford 1 place above us on -1. Man United are on -2, to be honest with you. But when you look further down, Everton -6, Ipswich -10, Wolves -12, and they've still got to play a game this weekend. Manchester City, as we know. Southampton -12. That could be the difference.
Sorry, I just realised that Southampton went -1 more because of us. Sorry.
But I mean, that could be the difference at the end of the day, couldn't it?
Yeah, we have sat in numerous times, whether we've been discussing Leicester like we were a few seasons ago, or we've just been having a general chat about the Premier League table and the state it's in. Goal difference by when May rolls around, mate, is a extra point. It's an extra point on the board. And honestly, this could be a pivotal game result for both, because there was there was a point, Chris, until the changes were made and the formation came about, that you must have, as optimistic as we were. And Jessie, who's been in the chat, I don't know if she's still in now, but she said,
I'm just going to stop you there because I'm going to bring the very beautiful Kate in, and she's better looking than all three of us put together.
"Oh yeah, I mean,
You know, Kate, who's been at the match today, you've obviously found your earplugs?
No, I haven't. I'm not wearing them. I've not got back to the car yet because the traffic's
Well,
mad.
I did wonder.
I've just come down to the harbour to have a look at the boats instead, and it's such a lovely evening down here. It's about 18 degrees.
Yes.
So, and also I need a bit of recovery before I drive back. Kind of had a coronary along the way there. Bloody hell.
What a game, you know. I mean, Matthew said there, I think we won in spite of Cooper today. Look, at half time, I was already thinking about what I could post up, and I was going to do Cooper with a clown's hat and clown's face and everything. But look, we know we give him stick when we lose. We've got to give him credit when that happens. It seemed to make the right changes early today. We've got to give him some credit, haven't we, Kate?
Absolutely. That's the nature of the job, isn't it? You get a few beats when you do make a wrong decision, but when things go right, and sometimes, it was a bit untidy and messy, but for sure he deserves some credit because we've won. You can't just constantly miss him out of the equation when good things happen and 100% include him in the equation when bad things happen. That's not fair.
No.
But yes, clubs are a bit questionable today, but yeah, what a moment for Jordan.
Sum that game up if you can for me, Kate.
Typical Leicester, like 2-0 down. The first half was absolutely dismal, wasn't it? Absolutely dismal. Yeah. We had no idea. We had no cohesion. We didn't seem to have any organisation, really, which was worrying. The defence looked so shaky. And then, when you see the players that were warming up at half-time, when you've got Ricardo and Winks that weren't even included, and Winks just came on and was instrumental. Straight away at half-time, as they were about to kick off, he was telling everybody what to do. Like, he's the leader out there and he's the only one, really. And then obviously the subs gradually, worked their way into the game. Fatui was outstanding second half, wasn't he?
Yes.
So hopefully that's made some of the decisions easier for Steve about who to include, because the starting 11 wasn't probably quite right today.
No, and we said before, didn't we? We were a little bit worried that Winks would get left out because we left him out. We won, and that came true. How is Fatawu not starting?
Well, I said, didn't I, in the week, that I wonder whether you build players up like that who haven't had Premier League experience and gradually give them minutes. But then you see El Canoes thrown in at the deep end today, which he did get through. I think he was better than the performance we've seen before. So, yeah, I mean, Fatawu's got to start now. He was absolutely brilliant, particularly because we've got Ipswich coming up and Forest. I think, having two on him consistently in that second half and to pull their pants down every single time, there's absolutely the chance that he could do that against Forest and Ipswich, against those teams that we know he can perform against. Just play him. I mean, he changed the game. Weird to have him as right back. I don't quite know what the system was there, but what the heck, I'm just so pleased. We're normally on the receiving end of that 90-odd minute loser.
Yes.
But to be actually on the good end of it for once is brilliant.
Did I not say, Kate, Ayew should be starting every game? What a fantastic player Ayew is, and he should always be in. I believe that's what I said.
No, your response to Ayew was actually littered with expletives.
I think. Are you sure? Yeah, but no.
I think so. But that was a strange substitution. Mavadidi had been poor, though. I mean, his first half, he looked like he'd been on the beer the night before. He was dreadful. But second half, when we threw things at them a bit and we went much more attacking, he was getting more and more involved. So it was a weird choice to bring Ayew on, but hey, so what? He got the winner. It was ugly as hell, but we'll take it.
We will. And Ndidi. Anything you saw today? I mean, you did pulling a face already. You didn't bite when I went fishing during the week. You refused to bite to that.
I know better than that.
You know me too well. But
Poor. He was
again,
poor today.
I was
Kick her
surprised.
out. Sure.
Don't you add to it, Brad. I thought if you're going to bring Winks on, keep Skip on, to be honest with you, on that first half performance.
Ditto. It was a like for like. So unless Skip was injured, I wasn't quite sure what the thinking was. But I love Winks. He showed how instrumental he was today. He just made things tick a bit. But indeed, he was pretty useless again today. I'm sorry. I know that's an unpopular opinion and people will quote his stats and his assists, but think what we could have had if we played people in the right position. It hasn't changed my mind today.
Brilliant. I will let you go, Kate, but before
Brad's
you
not
go...
saying anything. Anyway, hello, Tom. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, Kate. Good analysis. I'm glad you had a good day, because in the first half it was looking like it was going to be you have to go on the beers in Southampton tonight to get over it.
You need a couple of beers just to go to Southampton. It's apart from the dock, it's not a nice place. Kate, before you go, give me your team rating.
6. I know that's silly, but 6.
No, I was saying you got to include the first half as well, and your man of the match.
Abdul, game changer.
Not indeedy then.
Not quite.
Close second. Can tell.
Kate, have a safe journey back up. Thank you very much. I won't see you on Tuesday because you're dumping me and going off and seeing a concert. So who are you going to see?
I'm going to see Chris Stapleton because I'm a massive country fan. If anybody knows,
you
Chris
are,
Stapleton.
Of course, you are.
He's a massive country star. He's a massive star, and he's doing a tour over here for a couple of gigs. So I'm going to that.
Well, I would have said, who? Have I got to play him on my radio show? Have I?
He's absolutely brilliant. So please do.
I will search him out later on. Kate, safe journey home. Thank you very much.
Okay, cheers. Take care, guys.
Bye. Bye. Right, let's remove Kate. Let's bring the man with the bladder back. And wait. When you go off the way, just stop your camera. You don't have to actually leave the chat altogether, but don't worry about it. We always get Kate on, so guys, ignore if you've watched the shows before, you know everything stops for Kate coming on. And I've got to say, Wayne, I'll come to you as soon as you've come back. Obviously, Kate and me alternate now because I did the first 4 or 5. Kate's done the last 4 or 5. Tuesday, Fan's Voice for the BBC. What a nice one for me to come back and have as my first blog for the BBC.
Well, I think you're short of anything to talk about, aren't you, Chris? Quite a boring game, really.
Was it? I mean, Wayne, it should be. Well, I did say first on Top of the Pops earlier, which was probably showing my age, but should be first off Match of the Day. But we know Man United Brentford will be. Yeah,
probably. I mean, Gary Lineker might be. I think he'll get pushed down a bit. But I mean, what a great, exciting game! You know, it was. If there were 0-0 or 1-0, they wouldn't be enjoyable. We like drama. That's why I watch football. I think what Kate said was spot on. Mavididi, it's interesting. Like people have been saying, you know, Mavididi's shown that he's ready for the Premier. Maybe Fatawu isn't, but Fatawu comes on, and my goodness, what an impact! And Mavididi, the flip side, was quiet. He rarely got past his man. Fatawu comes on, and my goodness me, what an impact!
He was skinning it. But do you think, Tom, that maybe that's what Mavididi needs, is that little bit of, well, I'm going to prove myself now?
I think it's difficult with Mavididi a bit because I think he has days where he looks like he can do it, you know, but then there's other days where you go, I say he looks a little bit lost almost, you know. So I don't really know what to make of him, to be honest, this season. No. I think he's very much, he'll either be a 7 out of 10, or it would be a 3 out of 10, which is difficult.
Do you think Fatawu, with him not starting this season, do you think that when he comes on, he's like, I'm going to show the buggers?
Yeah, I think he is, and I think rightly so, because I think he understands the ability he's got as a player. I truly feel he's the closest we've had to a Riyad Mahrez since we had Riyad Mahrez, because
Yes.
he's a little bit raw. But he's got all these, like, I call it street football. It's the sort of thing you see kids playing in an alley, but it actually translates really well into the Premier League if it's executed properly. I mean, that's why Mahrez was so good with us and has gone on to have such a good career, right? So I think it's interesting because I was thinking while we were all talking there, what would the result have been if we'd started with Fatterwell? Because we've all pretty much confessed in this conversation that we felt the starting lineup was incorrect.
Mm.
You know, so what would have happened had he had the 90 minutes? Would he have actually been as effective, or would he have been?
Well, what do you think, Tom? You're asking the question. I'll let you answer it.
I actually think on this occasion it worked in our favour. He came off the bench. I think he came on with a point to prove. I think that is a part of management. I think sometimes you kind of got to get a player willing to go right. I'm going to prove you a little bit wrong, because he was the first name on the team sheet last year at points, really, for how well he played. And I think Cooper is, for all the things we question, there is really an angle there where you can say perhaps keeping him on the bench has made him, like you say, go, right, I'm going to come on and prove a point. If he carries that on and now starts games and we can carry it on the rest of the season, who knows? We'll score some goals.
I've got to say, Brad, that we were talking the other day about Soyuncu, weren't we? And I said what a great defender he was, but he had that. He came in a season before Maguire left, so he had that whole season to get used to the club and the way it played, etc., etc. But then again, Fatter's had that already, but it just in a different division.
Yeah, it is, and I'm going to sing from the same hymn sheet as Tom. Really, I think some players they kind of need that time to kind of go. You know what? You need a bit of time. You need a bit of adjustment. He's 20. He needs to grow up and mature, and it was always going to be a big challenge and a step up for him. And I think it's really refreshing. And again, this points towards Cooper. Some people saying, oh, the players did it in spite of Cooper. No, a player puts in a performance to prove a manager right or prove him wrong because it's easy to sit here and watch that 20, that half-hour performance and go, oh, he should have started from the off. Well, he could have got absolutely roasted like Mavididi did. Southampton proved how vital Mavididi's been to us because they doubled up on him. It was that they were so worried about Mavididi that actually then putting Fata on, and I'm kind of going, oh, but he is there, but we've got to worry about that. It kind of gave Fata that freedom to go at that right back and absolutely skin him. I mean, he had him for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the half hour he was on. And it's good to see because sometimes, Chris, I take us back to the horrible season where we got relegated. We had two individuals, one granted better than the other in performance-wise, but we had two certain individuals, James Maddison and Yuri Tillemans, who, no matter how they performed, and obviously, Maddison performed way better than Yuri Tillemans did in that last 10, 15 games or more at least. But the point was, Chris, we were sat here going, oh, he's not really cutting it. He's not really but we couldn't take them out. We didn't feel we could drop Maddison. We didn't feel we could drop Yuri because we were scared that the options weren't on the bench. Today, whilst Kanoos didn't have the best of games and we looked a little bit short, bang, put Fata on. I'm hungry. I can prove you wrong. I'm going to give myself I'm going to give you a headache because I want to get this team wins and I want to do the best for the team that I'm playing in and I'm wearing a Leicester shirt. I want to do well. I want to improve. You've made me sit down, mature as a player, work hard on the training ground. You've gone, you will get your chance. Keep working hard. Show me what you can do and you'll get your opportunity. Now the big question goes to Cooper. You've got to start him against Forest, surely. And that's what he's earned from this half an hour. Would he have earned that in 90 minutes? There was a chance he wouldn't have. He could have played like he did the last game.
Is Cooper building something, do you think? Are we... Look, we do expect things straight away in football, don't we? But Gray says there, building something. We haven't been embarrassed in this league yet, have we? We've managed to get, did I say 9 points? I can't remember how many points we've got. Yes, 9 points. Yes, we've lost 3 games, but none of them were sort of, stonking. We weren't whipped by anybody. Cooper's got to be given time, hasn't he?
Yeah, I've always been. I mean, I've got lots of customers, middle age range. Lots go down the match. Lots have been City supporters for a long time, and they've all been, they take the longer term view. So not like, oh, Cooper's this, Cooper's that. Why isn't doing that? Why isn't doing this? Why hasn't he picked this player? They're like, well, let's just see how, because like they said, to change from Maresca, who literally organised people on the training ground like chess pieces, to Cooper's more fluid, it's a different thing. Maresca left suddenly, completely new style. And to be honest, without Vardy's meeting with the players, I think we probably might have fluffed it last season with the best squad in the division. So I think Cooper has to be given respect and time, which, Top gave him. And I think he's doing very well. He's had a lot of different pieces of the puzzle to look at. Because the way you play on a training ground is different to in match. It's like El Canouche, a lot of people at Cooper Out were saying, why is he being so defensive? But he played El Canouche and Buonanotte, and we looked a bit lost in the first half. So I think Cooper has got a lot of tactical ability. I think he is getting to the stage where he makes good decisions and he is getting to know his players. And, you can't argue with our goal difference and the points we've got when all of us said at the beginning of the year, if we finish 17th, thank God.
Yes, yeah. Tom, I mean, are we building up Enzo to be a bit of a god? And I don't think we can turn around and say, well, look what he's doing with Chelsea. He might win something with Chelsea. They are a different league to us, let's be honest with you. The players they've got, we couldn't even dream of, although we did have a few of them originally. But, I mean, we had a 17-point lead under the great Enzo, and we won the league by 1 point. So I can remember at some points going during that run. I think, did we lose to Plymouth, I think, at one point? And we've got to say, I've got to say the substitutes that Enzo made were like, what? And I think sometimes we probably look at Enzo and go, yes, he won us the championship. Yes, he got us promoted back. But it wasn't all sunshine and light, was it?
No, it certainly wasn't. What I find interesting about the Enzo appointment in hindsight, is that if you look at the clubs, not to mention them again too much, like Brighton, who had a succession plan in place from manager to manager, it is a bizarre switch to go from Enzo to Cooper, because the two couldn't really be more different in how they achieved their football, right? So I found Enzo a bizarre appointment in the first place, because it was very much like, right, we're going to try and Man City, the championship, but how will that translate to the Premier League when he's here? Like, we've all had that consideration, right? So it was a bizarre appointment for me in the first place. Ultimately, I think where we are sat today, it served its purpose. It did its job. And hopefully today will be a good reason for us to look back at it and go, well, it did its job. It probably wasn't going to work long term. We might have actually got a bit lucky in the fact that going to a more Cooper style might benefit us more long term, bearing in mind where we are now, and we want to try and stay in this league. So staying in the Premier League, we're going to have to do it differently anyway. Yeah.
The results are in. We do have, as you know, Alan Bennett goes to every single match, home and away, bless him. He fell over recently at a match, so he did miss one. So thankfully he's well and he's up and he's about again. He always sends us through, because he's at the match, he always sends us through his man of the match and his team rating, because it looks different to what we see on the telly. But I'm going to go around you now. We've got Kate. Kate went Fatawu and 6. Brad, your man of the match and team rating?
Fatawu, and I'm going to give him a 7 because it shows a lot of guts, effort and determination to turn it around. Because, like I said, it wasn't like we were 2-0 down and then they went down to 10 men, because then it's a bit of a, oh, well, that changed the game. You know, they had to get themselves back into it. They had to show the effort. Cooper can make all the changes tactically he likes, but if they're not backing him and his decision making, they don't put in the effort and the performance. You know, half time, it was a 3, and that's probably a generous 3. But it was so improved. And this, you know, and whether we'd won the game 5-0 or like we did in dramatic style 3-2, the most pivotal thing is, Chris, even if Crystal Palace win their game in hand, because let's face it, Wolves are losing, right? We're going to have a 5-point gap over the team in 18th. You know, we've got 8-point gap over Wolves and Southampton. But the one that really counts, where we're looking at, that's our only real fear right now at the point. This result has done such monumental confidence boost to the team, because now they feel they've regained that momentum they just picked up before the international break. You know, we were sat there going, "Oh God, it's killed us at half time." Well, clearly it did a little bit, but it's ultimately worked in our favour, and it's got to be a 7 for me. I think they deserve more credit than a 6 for what they did in that second period of the game.
Wayne?
Yeah, same as Brad. I thought Kate was quite harsh, actually. I thought 6, goodness me. But yeah, I think like Brad, really, I think the fighting spirit is important in a team. And, you know, to come from 2-0 down in the Premiership is no mean feat. Then, yes, we could say, oh, yeah, we could have won that game, or we could have drawn that game that we lost. But we have got good team spirit. And like with the Great Escape, it goes a long way. And team spirit is something you earn as a group of people. And I think that our team spirit, compared to other teams around us, is very good.
Tom, you've had a long time to think about it.
I'm going to agree with Brad and say Fatawell as well, 7. I was going to actually say the other person we could consider would be Vinotte for the first half, because he was the only one who really probably gave us any hope in the first half, because now and again he cause a bit of a problem, right? But no, it's obviously Fatawell. You know, coming on fresh second half, completely changed the game for us with visibility. So he's the man today.
He's the man, isn't he? Well, I'm going to go with mine first of all, because I don't like to agree with everybody. I thought indeed he had a bloody brilliant game. So I'm joking. Just wanted to get Kate going if she was watching there. Tom tried to sink back into his wall there. I can't see beyond Fatawu. I have to be honest with you. Yes, I mean, he only came on after how many minutes? I just need to scroll this up a little bit. 59 minutes. 59. But it was the difference, wasn't it? You know, he came on, like you say, when we were 2-0 down, and he just tore Southampton a strip off, to be honest with you. I am going to disagree with the performance, though. I did think Kate was a bit harsh at 6. I'm not going to deny that. I've actually gone 8 for the performance, because it would have been very easy, yes, at 2-0 down, just to sort of kind of collapse altogether. We didn't. Whatever happened, the performance in that second half. I think in the first half, it looked like they couldn't be arsed. I mean, I watched Vardy at one point. He was just walking around with his hands on his hips. But then he only had 6 touches, so I suppose that had something to do with it. But I just think, I think it was Wayne that said, coming back from 2-0 down against any team in the Premier League is amazing. But the fact that when we got it back to 2-2, yes, it was a penalty, but it still got us back to 2-2. We then went on to win it. And, you know, after it was 2-2, there was only one team going to win it. All right, Southampton could have somehow got an amazing breakaway and buggered us up, but they didn't. You know, we went for that, and I think we got our just reward. So I've gone 8 for the performance on that. And like you said, Brad, on the first half, it was probably 3 or 4. I'm not going to, deny that, but I think overall it was 8. Now, I'm not sure how this is going to work, because I've never done this with 4 people in before, but this is Alan's, first of all, performance. Oh, I lose you all, but he's given 7 for his performance. Guys, whoopsie-daisy, that's what happens. I told you I wasn't ready for this, didn't I? Hang on a second, I'll bring everybody back. There we go. He went 7. So pretty much agreeing there. 6, 7, 7, 8. It's there or thereabouts. Who do you think has gone for man of the match, Brad?
Well, if he hasn't gone for Fatwood, then you need to get another person to do your assessments, because there's no other. I mean, mate, you're talking about a guy who, including stoppage time, played for 38 minutes of the game. Essentially won us the penalty, won us the corner that won us the game, and set up the goal. And if he's gone for anyone other than Fatawu, then forget Sack Cooper, sack Allen.
He hasn't gone for Fatawu. He's gone for Madsen Manson.
I thought that's what he was going to say.
I mean, thoughts on that, Wayne?
In other games, yes, definitely. In the last couple of games, yeah. But no, I mean, personally, Fatawu, game changer today.
Tom, I mean, somebody said in the chat, Mads was keeping us in the game. I didn't see it, to be honest with you.
Well, if you look at that one moment where Wout Faes tried to give the greatest own goal in history to get Cooper out the door, then I would say that save probably could have won us the game, ironically, where it was at that moment in history. So I see where he's coming from. I'd also say there was a couple of things earlier on where I thought he made a couple of mistakes. He should have come out and got the ball, which had to be kicked behind by Coley through a corner. He could have got there before the defender, and he would have saved the defence all the hassle, and we wouldn't have had to have taken the corner on. So there was a couple of things I think he could have been a little bit more sweeper-keeperish with, which in theory is what he does. So I think he was a 6 today, which is fine. 6 is fine as long as we score 3 goals.
Exactly. Brad, you want him sacked?
Well, I want Alan sacked, yeah, because look, Madsen had a reasonable game. Well, I mean, it was hard not to be better than that first half, let's be honest. I mean, Tom said his best save was his best test came from his own centre back, who I can forgive because his last ditch tackle to stop the Southampton bloke getting clean through on goal to nick it for them, kind of makes up for it, I guess. But I'm not saying that Madsen had a bad game, but when a player stands out like a sore thumb in the way Fatawu did, I can appreciate a silver medal going towards a Madsen maybe, but I'd actually argue if you're going to give second place to anyone, it's the one you said, Chris Boinete, who was the only bright spark in that first half on his own. The one thing that does concern me, and I've had this concern for weeks, if you're going on a general consensus of performance, I'm a little bit worried that we're second half FC. Having said that, to those before kickoff who said Enzo football is better than this, would Enzo football have turned this result on its head? I'll answer it for him because I'm going to say no. I'm agreeing with the shaky heads, not the nodding heads that Wayne and Tom agree with me on that statement.
Tony says if the Premier League had given us a 5-point deduction, we'd still be above the relegation zone. What's he given us a 6 points? I think it was more likely to be 6. As Steve said, Mads kept us in it. Fatawu really helped win it, though. Ray, who isn't a fan of Cooper, I think we can work that out, Ray. Sack Cooper and rehire Ranieri. He will turn Fatawu into a young Mahrez. You hide it very well, Ray.
Everybody.
No. Coming towards the end now, Wayne, we can't keep relying on comebacks. We've got to do better in the first half, haven't we?
Well, it would be nice for the nerves, wouldn't it?
Yes.
To be
This is
honest,
Leicester. This is Leicester.
yeah, to be honest, I mean, we've not been thrashed or been pummeled, and even against Arsenal, I know some people moan about the Arsenal result, but we were very close on that to a very good team in the Champions League. Yeah, it would be nice to start off better, and could that be Cooper's eternal dilemma? Nice challenge for him.
Oh,
Indeed.
Chris, Arsenal are down to 10 men against Bournemouth.
My phone was just going off for the same reason. Yeah.
Yeah, VAR's got intervened. They've been denied a goal-scoring opportunity. And I mean, VAR looked at about 50 times to try and convince themselves otherwise, but Arsenal have just gone down to 10 men. So that'll be a happy daddy.
I had Arsenal fans giving me gyps saying that Fraser shouldn't have been sent off because it was double jeopardy. They didn't understand the rules. So that is kind of karma for that, right?
Yeah, Saliba as well. Yeah.
The thing is, I'm a bit disappointed in that because I want Arsenal to beat Bournemouth. Because
yeah, I mean, I still do, but I mean, just seeing that was a very mad moment. I mean, anyone who's saying Fraser doesn't deserve to get sent off, I mean, Vardy had about 10 minutes to put it in the net if he's not holding onto his shirt. So
that's what I said to them.
Yeah. It was ridiculous.
I mean, the way I say, I always say it, Tom. If it had been the other way round, would we have been screaming? Well, it was our way round. Would Southampton fans have been screaming for that penalty? Yes, they would. Mm-hmm. And with that one where Ayew pulled the shirt back, and I think there was one with somebody else as well, I would have been screaming for those as well. In fairness.
Yeah, I did think that at the time. I didn't see it at the time. I managed to miss the moment. I saw it on the replay they showed later on, and I thought, we might have got away with one there. And I was actually quite surprised, bearing in mind our reputation with the Premier League currently and VAR. With VAR, they couldn't really deny us on our one because literally it was 1 yard out and the guy was stopped from kicking the ball in the net. But with that one, I was like, that is a tight one. I think that showed I guess we can argue Cooper's reason for hiring him and signing him, and that would be because he's got that level of maturity in his game. He's played the Premier League a long time now. He probably knew that's what he can get away with. So we'll take it. I can understand why Southampton might be upset. Yeah,
no, I agree, and certainly with Faze, it could have been the most spectacular own goal we've seen since Frank Sinclair put a few away. But at the end of the day, if he hadn't made that save or if he hadn't made that intervention, was there a Southampton player behind him that could have just tapped it in? I don't know. Right, I'm just looking here, and we'll end with this. Next manager to be sacked odds. Now, I don't want to talk managers out, but I was surprised where Steve Cooper is in this. Number one, at 4-7 on, is Eric Ten Hag. No surprise there, I don't think. Gary O'Neill at Wolves, he's got to start winning 7-2. Russell Martin is now 5-1. Sean Dyche is 20-1. Although he's probably saved himself after that win today. Lopetegui at West Ham is 20-1. Ange Postecoglou, I can never say that. Ange at Spurs, he's 20-1 as well. You wonder where this is going, don't you? Apparently at 25-1 is Alan, who does the score prediction man of the match for us to be sacked. Steve Cooper, 33-1. So way down the list there. So, and that is all courtesy of paddypower.com. And as we say, gambling is no answer for anything, and when the fun stops, stop. Thank you very much, guys. It's been great. I've loved this extra chat and getting a few more views on. Tom, I'll see you on Monday night.
Chris, thank you very much, and thank you for having me on the show, guys. Obviously, glad to be here, delighted to be with you all, and what a win. Come on.
And can I just say, Tom, what a beard.
Yeah, 10 out of 10 for the beard.
Chris, it's hockey season. I'm a big NHL fan as well, so when that happens, I always grow the beard out, ready to be one of the boys.
Well, see, I'm just playing at it, aren't I?
Yeah. Tom's ready for you to ask him a really interesting question just so he can do that with his beard. He's got it all prepared. Oh, that's it.
You wait till one of the microphones here.
Yes, otherwise we couldn't hear you. Wayne's rocking the Chris look a little bit there, isn't he?
Inferior bid, but what can you do?
No, I know. Look, Tom, how can people follow you if they want to follow you?
Well, at the moment, I've got an old Football Manager channel which I post on FM303, which you'll see me chatting in the chat with. I'm actually currently doing what the kids would call a refresh of my socials because I'm looking to do more writing in regard to Leicester, and also I talked about ice hockey, the Toronto Maple Leafs, who I support as well. So I'm looking to do more sports writing and more dialogue and more things like this. So I'll let you guys know next time. Obviously, I'm back here on Monday with you, Chris. I look forward to, and from there, I hope I'll be able to give more information. But otherwise, I'll see you guys here when you see me.
Cheers. And Wayne, yourself,
cheers, Brad.
Where can people follow you?
I'm just on Twitter, Chris. I'm not really into social. I'm in a play five-a-side on a Sunday, and I'm in a mini fantasy league, but I'm bottom. So what can you do? Haaland had better score a hat-trick this weekend.
Don't worry, Wayne. Chris knows all about being bottom of leagues, don't you, Chris?
You didn't even let me say that, but then
no,
again,
mate, I was throwing that punch first. I saw where that was going on. Wow,
but then again, I was struggling because I did have to predict 4 weeks in advance, and using that as my defence. And let's be honest,
the only way is up, Chris. The only way.
Nobody cares where Brad is. Nobody likes him. Nobody wants to follow him. So we'll leave Brad on that. LTID TV2 full-time focus. That's where you can find him, guys. Thank you so very much. I'll see you Monday, Tom. Hey, let's celebrate it, shall we? And let's presume we're not going to be first on Match of the Day. Who knows? Indeed. Cheers, everybody. Have a great weekend. Let's go. I'm going to have a takeaway now. All the best, guys. Cheers.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Thanks so much to everybody for watching. Thank you very much to everybody that's in the chat. Really, really, really do appreciate it. And I will see you all 7 o'clock Monday for the weekend review. Take care, guys, and we will see you then.
Thanks for watching. These videos are tremendous. You better like them too, or I'll be back.
This podcast is proud to be part of the TalkSport Fan Network. TalkSport. Powered by fans.
That will conclude this evening's entertainment.